He's just not there.
Grandma has
Good evening. It's my eyeball. I'm just finishing this smoke here. Put it underneath. I see it too. I see it too. Evening. That's better. I don't know if you want to hear me cough.
Wow, he is. I know. I was
Bubba News. Howdy,
What does it
brother.
look like?
Super
Hey,
Dave.
yeah.
I have not seen you for a few days now.
That's me.
Right on.
With you?
Yeah.
I see
Okay,
you
I
fine.
thought so because I could see it in the nose.
Share screen. I'm just sitting here having a smoke. Hope everybody had a great week. Having a great weekend so far.
Oh yeah.
Come
His
chat.
cast is starting to get to this stage.
Derek's a karaoke. This is his first girlfriend.
Aww.
Natalie. His first slumber. So upset that day. I played with his brother.
Excuse
Yep.
me.
I can see Cass right there. That's the other. That's where he gets his little smile from. The daddy. That dude.
Dearest.
Like,
Like his first cards. Derek.
Yep. I don't really have like Grant face. Even Claire's got it. She's got the Grant face.
He's a good guard. He's very heavily. That way you shouldn't like it.
Oh, no, sure.
Babies, you know?
Anybody?
Everyone is supposed to
Hey, Maldive Juegos. Good evening, bro. I had to go live, break up the week again. I'd never seen any live streams that I can jump on or anybody live tonight, so I had to start one up
Oh, yeah. Papa.
after I ate a bunch of mushrooms.
Well, I can only tell because you can actually see him in the photo.
I just don't
There.
background. Aunt Kathy.
Even your 80s hairdo.
It was like 96 back then.
Maldive
So-
Juegos.
If you could wear your hair like that today, you would.
Yeah, I know.
No?
It's right there.
What was I thinking? Yeah, I almost forgot what I'm gonna go invite a couple
And our
of people.
secret trip.
Here's one secret coming.
Copy the
Never
clipboard.
Is that his long lost
I don't know
girlfriend?
if I can put that in the chat.
Kelsey.
Is it really?
Excuse me.
Oh.
They're in there together too.
Go to Hangouts.
His first bed.
There I am. I hit the wrong button.
Christmas back here.
Wow.
Okay, I thought it was him. I just wasn't sure.
Cat, did just come back.
He was with his dad that day. His baptism.
Hey.
You baptized?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Should be going.
And I just got all his class pictures.
Hey, good to see you too. Right on.
Amy.
Right on.
Cousin of all these guys. Amy was his godmother's kid. That's Dakota.
Oh, it looks like 8 people there now.
Derek was
Maybe
supposed to go,
10.
that's why I put her there.
Wow.
That was a
Right on.
letter from Gerald from Rob that I put in there because it was to Derek and we got it. I kept it.
Go back to Hangouts really quick. Oh,
There's nothing
do
on
this.
that diet. And then that was a trip that his dad went on. I didn't go on that trip, his dad did.
Who do you take, Derek?
Here's another 2.
Rob. Baby Derek's.
I'm gonna go try this guy out tonight. Okay.
We're going downstairs. Oh, yeah. And I've got another baby.
Excuse me. And I want to go to another tab.
It has more when he started walking and stretched too.
And this.
That's there. Oh,
Yeah.
All right, let's get down there. Get down relaxed. Here, take your mask. Put in your bag. What did I say? How to get out of there when I went back down?
I don't know. Hey, what'd you do with my lighter?
Just do this G-Man. Compose. 2. I'll send this to Alex and see how he's doing tonight. Subject. Okay. Go back here. Hey, yeah, ask me any questions. Any question. Bubba? Did I have a little buffering for a minute there? I should be checking on my other thing. So I might be a little far away from the connection. That's hilarious, yeah. No shrooms until the stream set up. Hey, Dr. E. Yeah, this is all open panel. Thanks. Was it buffering or was it, I didn't know what, if I hit the wrong thing or if nothing was going. Hey, Radical Ralph. Hey, how's it going? How come I didn't see you in my... Hey. How come I'm not seeing you in my YouTube chat? That is strange. What's going on here? Live chat? Oh. Top chat. Oh, the top chat. I can't switch to top chat now. There's Ron. Oh, that. Oh, shit. I'm not sure about the October thing. That was camps, wasn't it? Camps are, to me, they're disguised as to help, but they're for rowdy people. Rowdy resistance. Nah, it's fucked up. That's why, the one reason why I live for the moment. You live for the moment, you're unbreakable. You're ready for anything, anytime, anyhow. Because then you know who you are. You know where you came from. You know what has made you. And that's why you had to go to that place to get to this one. So you have to go to this place to get to the next one. So You're always getting ready to go to the next place when you're in the now. Shut this window. Yeah, let's see what we can get going tonight. Oh shoot, hey girl's not. Okay, moderator now. Cool. Nobody else. Yeah, it's good to see everybody here tonight. Oh, Dawn morning. Good evening. Yeah. Yes. No edibles tonight. Just a little bit of this edible. These are crazy. I helped the buddy set up a room. And he said, "Do you want shrooms?" And I said, "I'm waiting for someone to come in." Trace B, yeah. I don't know if you'll see my pupils, but yeah, they're even crazy right there, aren't they? I'm wide awake. Tinfoil hat. Yeah, look at all the peeps coming in. This is nice. Yeah. Yeah. I think back in 2015, Earthly Energy just told me to be smart. It told me only the strong survive. The focus, it's all you can do anyway, and that's how you're supposed to live. Man, look at these fuckers. Oh, you can't even see them because of the mushrooms. I ate a nice big cat. Fuck, it was dark blue. No, I've never grown them. No, I like to eat them though. Yeah, it's great. But the what are these ones? Oh, I keep forgetting I got my whatchamacallit on my filter. But these are the instead of Sour Patch, they're Stoner Patch dummies, not gummies. Stoner Patch dummies. It's like kits you can get to make your own. These are blueberry. Oh man, fuck. The only time I'm gonna eat those ones, like my buddy that owns a weed shop makes his own. So there's no dilution, and when they add dilution to like your vape pens or your different oils, they add terpene oils from the hemp plant. So there's always a process for that hemp plant. You make your ropes, your sweaters, your bags. You got your CBD for treatment, for medication. And then you also got the terpene oils that you can extract from that you add into your vape pens, anything to break it down. It's got just CBD. There's no THC, but it breaks it down, and that's what dilutes it, so you don't have to use like other chemicals to smoke your oil, and it tastes the same. In case anybody ever wondered how they got the oil so smooth in a vape pen. But when my buddy makes the vape oil, it's still thick. It's just, well, it's crazy. But edibles, yeah. Let's see if there's anything in the back room. Nobody there. Kelly Kibo. Yeah. Yeah, no shit, huh? Every day last week it was negative 16 Celsius. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, I forgot to ask everybody if they can hear the what's it called? This is the Nikola Tesla's 369 432 gigahertz music. Keeps a flow. Oh shoot, there's Crystal. Yeah, shit, I noticed that. Is that you, Crystal Shaman?
Yeah, it's me. How are you?
Pretty good.
How's everybody in the chat?
They're either laughing at me or laughing with me.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
Why?
kidding.
What did you say? What did you do?
I was hitting the wrong parts of the keyboard. I was eating some
Oh.
mushrooms tonight, nibbling on some magic mushrooms. It's just
Oh,
enough.
you did?
Like, yeah, I will eat anything. I was gonna try the kratom that I got. I got two different types of kratom. I got some red kratom and green kratom. I'll guinea pig myself for anything. That's how I stay in good shape. Stay strong, right? Anything that's herbal, natural, I'll try it.
Yeah. I've never done that before, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I know people who have and, have had experiences with
Yeah.
it.
I microdose. I want to be able to come down whenever I want. I'm a control freak, I guess, that way. My friends would eat the whole quarter of them, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna take care of you, I guess."
Yeah.
They would think I was stoned, but I was out of it, kind of. You know what I mean? The same, but I had to take care of them. I was always a control freak that way, but never trying to control. I just control the situation the best I can.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, I just saw a glitch when I was coming on here.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a bit of a glitch in the entrance to get to the backstage.
Oh.
It flashed the screen a screen. Well, it flashed a screen and then it took it away, and then it made me go through Chrome or whatever. So I don't know if that's how people are getting on without people letting them on. I don't know.
Yeah. At least I'm not going to push the button anyway.
Yeah. So I want to know, what is the temperature there, Mattman?
Right now, as we speak, it is. It's -8 Celsius.
That's what. Oh, okay. So what is that in Fahrenheit, though?
Oh, 30, 23?
-8 Celsius.
No. Oh, maybe under that. What was it? My -21 was 3 degrees. So it's like 20 degrees difference, maybe. So I'd say maybe 14 degrees Fahrenheit or something.
It's -8.
Oh, 36.
-8 Celsius. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Hold
17
on.
to 18, yeah. It's 8 is 12.
Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 15. It's like 15 or something, yeah. 15 degrees or 16. I got used to it. That's why I had to grow this scruff. And the only way you can beat the cold is to have a nice scruff on.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, I didn't even check my mic. Is my mic loud?
It says 17.6 Fahrenheit.
Good call. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
-9. That sounds about right.
No.
I got Ralph's weather. Or he's got mine.
17.6 Fahrenheit is what -8 Celsius is.
Yep.
So it's actually warmer where you are than it is where I am, and it shouldn't be that way.
Right.
Right now,
it should be.
Right now, it is.
This is very warm outside right now, and people would. Like, I'm not even talking with like what they call the wind chill factor. when it's
Right.
minus
Well,
16. It's just
actually,
like,
we're
ooh.
about the same right now because it's 17 degrees here, but the real feel is 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
we're
if you
about the
go,
same. Now,
mhm.
I am one state away from the Gulf of Mexico. So I shouldn't be as cold as you. This is cray
Right.
cray.
Yeah, you guys are not used to that shit.
Right.
We are. I don't mind it. I don't even
Yeah.
notice it. So it's just like when it
No. The
gets
house.
really cold, then it's like when I'd say all this week within it only took 20 seconds to get ice balls in my mustache, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was just walking, but when it's really cold, you can feel your nose hairs freezing inside the front of your nose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when
Well,
it gets really cold,
um,
you can just feel
the
them like
houses here were not built for Arctic temperatures.
Arctic. Yeah, I knew that I told everybody that Arctic vortex was just going to pop right down
So
right towards Florida.
the
It's
house
going
I'm
further
in
and further every
sits
year.
up on cinder blocks. The house I'm in sits up on cinder blocks.
Oh, so
It's
you
up
got
off the
the
ground. So
yes.
if anything gets under the house, like really cold air, then all your plumbing freezes. So you want to know what I did yesterday? Somebody was saying, how do you prepare for
What?
that? Well, I took off the linen closet door in the
I was going to
bathroom.
say snotsicles.
Yeah, that's awful. I took off the linen
Stay
closet
warm.
door in the bathroom, and then I took off the access panel to the plumbing to the bathtub and left everything open. So warm air from the house is going down below the house.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I have the
Yeah.
thermostat because the floor furnace won't keep up with it. The floor furnace won't keep up with it. It's so cold. It won't even keep up with what it should do. So I have the thermostat on 80 degrees
You can leave.
because during the night it dips down and then the thermostat in the house starts dropping because the floor furnace isn't strong enough to fight this cold.
You can leave your cold water with the drip going too.
Yeah, this house is on a septic tank and the septic needs to be emptied, so I can't leave faucets running.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I don't live in the city. I live right outside the city. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it through the minus 11 degrees Monday night. It's going to be minus 11 with a wind chill of minus 21. This is insane. It's only going to get colder.
Make sure you know where your shutoff valves are.
Yeah, I know, and I have a water shutoff valve. I mean, a water shutoff.
Anything bursts, then all you have to replace is that burst line, right? And then you can just shut it off to the main, right?
Yeah, I have one of those keys that you can turn off your water with.
Okay.
But I would probably call the water company anyway and tell them to come and shut it off. But, if it wasn't something I could shut off myself. But I'm hoping nothing happens. I don't know.
Right, no, but
I don't think it's ever, it's been cold here like this before, like 10 years ago. And it's funny because I don't even remember it being that cold.
Well, the one thing that these survival channels don't teach the intuitional, anything to deal with survival comes down to the final thought, the final basic what if, instead of going through all the checklists, because as a person you're going to go through all that that focus. But for me, I just know that if anything happens, I just have to run down there and turn that valve off, and then you don't have to worry about nothing. It's just kind of like life, that for whatever, if it happens, it happens. But I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just that's the only thing I would be thinking about. If it happens, that sucks though, that when our house aren't winterized. Like even our houses that are winterized, we gotta watch it.
Well, this is a rental house. And actually I have put insulation in the attic myself.
95%.
Now, she paid for it, but I had to put it up there. I've also put pipe wrapping on the pipes that are at the northwest corner of the house.
Mm-hmm.
pipe wrapping, but I only got to 16 degrees, protection because I never thought it would get this cold.
Yeah, it's just with the silver on the outside.
It's like rubbery stuff, and it's got the edge of it is open where you just slap it onto the pipe, and then you
Yeah, you
cover
just
all the
open that
pipes
thing.
with that rubber stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and it cups
rubbery,
it over top.
so it
Yeah,
just
that
goes
stuff works.
around the pipe, just pops
That-
on.
That'll keep frost off it anyway.
But that's only on the pipes under the kitchen, because that's the north side of the house. So that's the only place that stuff is on this house, and it's because I put it on there.
Ralph, I need my pipe wrap.
Ralph.
Well, the main thing, even with, I don't think my mint plant started dying until like January, middle of January, is because there was barely any frost, right? So it's like the ground freezing. That's what, like it's gonna have to be a sustained cold to do that, right? Because there's still, like, as long as it's not a day after day at those temperatures.
Well, it is going to be day after day. I mean, last night it was like 10 degrees or whatever. I don't even remember, but it's just, and they'll say it's going to get up to a certain degree in the daytime, and then it doesn't even reach that. It's almost like they're padding it, like telling you it's going to be warmer than it is, It's kind of weird. But no, it's day after day after day. 7 to 10 inches of snow starting tomorrow. Now they've changed that to freezing rain. And now another storm of snow or whatever is supposed to come in Tuesday. I mean, it's just one thing after another. It's just like a continual everyday thing.
Yeah, I haven't checked our weather, what we're supposed to have here, but
anyway, it's kind of freaky because, people are already housebound. Now you're really going to be housebound,
Yeah,
I mean, most people's cars don't drive in 7 to 10 inches of snow.
Yeah, 2 weeks before it starts to warm up, but
or freezing rain. Anyway, this should be interesting to say the least.
Lives in Aruba. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Aruba would be nice right about now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Shit. That's funny. I had to say it.
No, but I don't know how you can live where you live, Matt, man. I mean, honestly, who wants to go outside where the snot in your nose and your nose hairs are freezing? Who wants to go? I mean, like, really?
It's fun. Outdoors is fun, though. All year round.
But that's just entirely too cold. I mean, like, I had to get ice off the car the other day. It was like concrete. It took me 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours, Matt, man, to get ice off the car windows.
6 months without
insane.
Without bugs. It's great. When you go outside where the bugs live, you don't have to worry about them for 6 months at least. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you don't have to worry about bugs, but that would be the least of your worries.
Oh no, here it's crazy. Once they're out, oh man, if the bugs never reset around here, holy shit. We have some very damp, humid weather to where, I mean, these mosquitoes, like when people say they can pick you up and carry you away, they're huge. Canadian mosquitoes suck.
Tell Ralph to stop it with the snot sickle.
Booger sickles, yeah. Oh, it's a weird feeling because, and you can't get away from it, right?
Goodness.
You cannot get away from it because anybody you're working with, you don't really realize they're there until you kind of go like this and you're like, oh shit, and you catch yourself licking on them and shit, like catch a little drink, yeah. And then somebody's like, oh, because it's always going into your, like it's always running into your mouth, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Canadian mosquitoes gang up on you, man. Like, I mean, they're crazy. Yeah, They are. I'm telling you. Fuck. Like most of them is the small mosquitoes. They don't mess with my blood, right? But the bigger ones, holy shit, man! You should see how much. Like even these ones have like blood in them. You know when you smush a mosquito, it's just like black. Well, these ones are so much guts in them. They're already like red. There's it's like Bubba would
So
say,
they're quite
like getting a
full then.
hummingbird.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
Stan. I think it's Stan.
Like, do you have those zebra mosquitoes there that they're like black and white striped looking? They're called
Yeah,
zebra
those are-
mosquitoes.
Yeah, they like bug in my ears. I
Those
haven't had a
are
mosquito
mean.
bite, but they come around me a lot. I don't know why they don't like me, but they'll bite everybody around me but me. I got special blood, I guess. They just don't want this old hippie blood. I'm gonna check and see if this is Stan really quick. I don't think he got his camera hooked up to his thing, but it's weird that it lets him
Okay.
in though. It won't even let me in my own room if I don't hook my my camera. I just let it sit there
Yeah.
for 1 second, Stan. I was just waiting for you to type in the chat if that's you or not, or in the back room.
Hey, Voynich. I see Voynich in there. Sister Golden Hair, Tinfoil Hat Orchestra,
Look at that, 20 people, 19 people.
Bubba News. Yeah.
Linkage.
I mean, you couldn't pay me enough to live in Canada. I'm sorry. There isn't enough money in the world to make me. If I was gonna go north, it would be way up there north where that secret place is, where it's like nice and warm. That place we're not supposed
Is
to
that
know
you?
about.
Great.
Is that
Am
you,
I
Stan? Yeah, you're in.
Oh, great. Thanks for letting
Hey,
me.
Stan.
Hi, Crystal. I just want to, hey, Matt, I just want to tell you, I just experienced an earthquake here in the
What?
Rocky Mountains.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I don't know, Canmore in the Rocky Mountains in Canada.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're up
cool.
north too.
Yeah, exactly. And, I've lived in the mountains like for about 40 years. And I think maybe we had one earthquake once, like just a little tremor. But this
Wow.
one, like I live in a condo and the people upstairs, I thought they fell on the floor, right? And I'm going, well, it shook my desk and my video equipment, right?
Mhm.
My monitor, that is, and then I had just got a phone call from my sister and a couple of from my friends and my client. They're all asking me, how come we had this shake, and then my sister told
Oh
me
yeah.
there was
They're here all the time. They're here all the time where I live. There's earthquakes all the time. Now there hadn't been one here in a while, but one of the ones here was about a 5 or a 6. And I mean the whole north wall of the whole north side of the house was shaken here. So yeah.
Wow.
Are you in
That's
Cali
crazy.
or in like?
No. I'm
that means
close to the
you've-
middle of the U.S., a little bit lower down. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
That means you've eaten lots of shrooms, eh, Stan?
Uh,
Yeah. Get my fair share. They don't come around too often, but even though I'm down in Ontario, but I'm out of the loop, so
are you talking shrooms?
yep.
Did you say? Oh, yeah. Okay. There's a fair amount in BC.
Mhm.
I don't know. Not so much Alberta. Alberta's very dry,
Mhm.
a climate. But BC's rainier.
Sure.
So,
A lot closer to you, anyway.
yeah, exactly.
That's where downtown. Actually, one of the hardest downtowns in Canada would be downtown Calgary past 8 o'clock at night. I'd never advise anybody to try it.
What in downtown Calgary? What? Sorry.
Yeah, downtown Calgary is one of the craziest.
A rough
Yeah,
area.
it's very rough. Yeah, anything
Yeah,
after
it is.
8:30 or 9 at night, Like there's people actually that'll feel like you're going to rob their dumpsters and shit, man. That's how bad it gets down there. I didn't realize that until I got taught. That's where a lot of my family, my grandmother had 13 kids, but all the uncles took off out west when they were young, right? Back and forth, hitchhiking and shit. So I've heard all the stories. So
Yeah, there's a fair amount of homeless people down there, you know.
yeah,
There was, I was told today that someone downtown here where I live by, that a homeless man froze to death here, like last night, because he was outside.
Yeah, that's not surprising. You
Oh,
know,
it's awful.
it's going to get worse, you know, like with this, you know, COVID stuff, right? Yeah, I'm actually wondering. I don't know if you heard of like theories of you know, the elite sort of saying perpetuating earthquakes. Like,
vibrational. Yeah, I've heard
Well,
of that
somebody
shit.
was saying that a rocket was sent up in the air, and then right after that was the last bad earthquake, whatever that was, 6 or 7 point. I don't know, but I don't know if there's any connection to that. I mean, I don't know how you would know.
yeah. How long ago was that, Crystal?
Whatever the last earthquake was, it was like a 7.0 Fukushima.
Oh, the Fukushima. That was
Quick
that was
needle.
years ago.
No, there was just something else just happened in Fukushima.
That's
an
right.
earthquake.
You're correct. They just had another earthquake near a nuclear plant too.
Right, Fukushima.
Yeah, but that was a couple days ago. Right. You know,
Right. People are saying that an earthquake happened after they shot a rocket off. I don't know who is supposed to have sent this rocket up in the air, though. I don't know the details.
Huh.
No idea. But anyway, there's just seems like there's an awful lot of earthquakes going on, but
you the way I do.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. That's what I'm getting at, you know. Like
yeah.
Everything right.
Okay, Ralph, talk to you later, bro. I'd like to go to work fucking on mushrooms, yeah, right? To remind me of going to school. I did school on mushrooms and acid. High school was fun, actually. How many people would like to go back to high school?
not me.
I would do it all again.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Too.
I had fun. That was the time of my life. Well, still, I create the story. I've heard so many stories growing up, and I got told, make a story. When you want to sit down to, like, the old wisdom and wise, when you want to sit down to your grandchildren, if they really want to know, you got to be able to tell the story. But the stories are stopping now, right? The stories end up being you're telling your grandchildren about this movie that you watched. Oh, you know what I mean? You're not telling the past and your roots and what made you you. Oh, hey, Mark G. Hope you're feeling good, all right, bro. Thanks for swinging by. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, telling stories from generation to generation. It's not happening much, you know, like it used to, right? Or
right.
Like you hear like the Inuit, right? And passing down, you know.
Even the small town thing, we used to hear the older guys talk about the older cars. That was 67 Chevy with the fucking blah, 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 with 354 barrel dual exhaust. That was a fucking awesome car. You're not hearing that shit. You're not. That's what built that built my intuition, even though I didn't give a shit, right? I like the, well, that's my favorite car, but, you know, the, anything candy apple red that was, you know, something like Mustang or something, it didn't matter as long as it was, but I learned from that. I didn't even realize I learned with the 305. I learned 3 in the Tree just by listening to this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, you don't realize what you're learning, but that's where you're grabbing your wisdom, right?
Right.
Even sitting in the bar drinking, I learned a lot. I grew up in a bar, so I got taught by all older people.
I worked in a bar.
They
Yeah.
schooled you, huh?
They did. I was already like brought up properly, but we just even our church that I grew up in was an Anglican church. It was called. It's come as you are. There's no Hail Marys. There's no rules. We knew the canon drank wine itself, and he smoked cigarettes. It was just like whatever, and my grandmother accepted that as it did not matter who you were, and then you could still bring Christ into your life, right? To bring that central point so you could be at ease and fall asleep at night knowing you're a good person. That's what I basically got taught. You want to keep a conscience and fall and sleep, well then you know, walk the good walk, right? And right, not about burning
Yeah.
bridges, anything. No burn bridges, just go with the flow. Yeah, that's another thing. I was raised by my grandmother. Yeah. If I was raised by my dad, the uncles and stuff, I would have just been crazy and gone long ago, locked up, shit like that.
Hey, I wanted to say, Mark
I
G,
have
I
a
hope
wild
you're
way.
feeling better.
Yeah, cool. Authentic Max. Oh shit, I forgot. I've seen you
So
come
you had
through
good
there.
family, Matt. that you brought-
Authentic Max, I know exactly what you're
Yep.
talking about.
Yep.
Maudib Juegos. Dr. Evils, hi. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I grew up when I was, younger. I grew up way before I should have had to, but that's just the way it
Yeah.
goes.
I think I was like 3 years old making coffee, just because of the way I grew up. My mother was a dope. She was on, I think, heroin most of her life.
Wow.
Yeah. After that, yeah, it was proven a crack baby can work its way through, right? I'm just kidding. No, it is. It just
Good for you, man.
matters. I was raised properly. I was raised with equality, total empathy for anything, uh, um, acceptance, forgiveness, all that shit, unconditional love. So how could I go against it, right? When I was raised that way, like when I got suspended in grade 6, they just said, "Oh, this system's pretty hard, eh? We just got to go with it." They never, and then I got to go. Instead of sitting at home, I got to go sit at a bingo hall for 4 hours that afternoon and eat chips and pop and shit. You know what I mean? And hang out. That was my punishment for. So how could I even be different than that? I don't know how other people can. You got to choose to be an ass. You could actually choose to be an asshole to somebody. That's a choice. That's why I don't like people that can be like that. People that gotta smack you sometimes to get your attention or just the way they talk. Oh, Singe Man, hey.
It's hard to deal with those kind of people too.
Yeah, I
It's-
can handle them. I try to. I call it. I'll tell them right to. I can tame you. My kindness
Wow.
is taken for my weakness, but I can tame anybody
He's
Just
you told people
just-
that their face.
right to their face, and they'll look at me. I got.
Just
That's
did it.
with my energy, not just with my strength, right?
Right. Yeah.
I might be only 5'10" and 175 pounds, which is in tremendous shape. At 47, I'm in fighting shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just with my energy, even my eyes, I got dark, deep blue eyes, and I could just. I think it's I think my arm, the Scorpio. I don't know if I can see that. That's see this shit right here. Want to see symbolism? You see that red sun with a Scorpio in it?
Yeah.
Right? This is when I was going to finish the Scorpio arm, right? And then look at this shit. You know what's going on with the one eye symbolism and shit? I never even realized I did this, but I put my blue eye in a cover up,
Oh yeah.
right? In this one here, this way here, right? And then this right here, this is actually called over under, as above, so below tattoo. Wherever it's over on one side, it's under on the other side.
Okay.
Whatever the design is.
So
And it fits right in with the natural, like my life path before this one. I think that's probably why I'm so confident with this one. Maybe it's my last time through. You never know. My energy might pass through to the 5D into the next one time or another, but that's for another topic. No, I'm just kidding. Another situation. Look at that.
I don't have
Kobe
it.
P. Yeah, tattoos are your. I think they're your past. How many times you've gone through this simulation?
My father did. He was a sailor.
Yeah. It speaks a lot about the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm. Those are good tats what you have there because it's. But you know, like my nephew almost got one done of his cat. I'm going on, please. You know,
Oh, that's different.
Philosophical than that, right?
Each one of these has a big time, like 10-year story behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it matches up with the timeline. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel
wow.
like I was like Celtic. You know what I mean? I felt like I was like, you know, a warrior before. I felt like I've had many lifetimes where I used to just work like fully in the matrix with my head down and never enjoyed my life. So every time I go through it, I'm just living like I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And that's nobody's changing my mind on that. Right? You got to fight for your right to party.
Yeah.
Okay. But do it in moderation.
Yeah, moderation is the key. Yeah, exactly.
But you never slow down, you never get old, man. Just like you got to treat yourself like the Tin Man. If you stop, you're going to seize up. That's all that happens. We don't really think about that because we feel so good in our mind. But once our mind slows down, we slow down, and then we can't match our mind anymore. Our body just like, So you got to keep those joints lubricated best you can.
So, Crystal, just are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, great. I'm just curious because you know, like I'm sort of just understanding Crystal's race recently, and wonder if you could tell us about a couple of your experiences with crystals. I'm only. I figure you're into crystals, right? And your name is not Crystal, or maybe it is, you know. So.
Well, you figured right. I crystals. I have a lot of crystals and rocks and stones and minerals and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, crystals, they retain information. Quartz crystals and other, you know, rocks and stones do as well. You know, there's quartz in our computers. That's what the information is recorded on.
Right. Yeah. Do you put your crystals in the moonlight?
Nope.
No, you don't, eh?
Nope.
Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do, you know, different things, and then some people will say, "Well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't whatever." I don't do anything to mine. I do put them. About the only thing I do is I can, you know, will put like a stone or a rock onto selenite, a piece of selenite, because selenite is supposed to be pure white light energy. So I have a lot of selenite, and then, you know, the selenite comes from multiple places, Brazil, the U.S., you know. There's different forms of it. It can look many different ways. It's the same thing as gypsum.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, like,
gypsum,
you know,
like in rock, a drywall. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, actually, that's gypsum is a form of selenite. People don't realize that. So yeah, that's what our walls are made out of. Gypsum, sheetrock.
Chalk. Like
this arrowhead I found.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I've had some experiences with crystals, but like, you know, I stopped someplace one day. I bought a few. I mean, but I have experiences without crystals too, so I don't have to have crystals to do it. But I bought a couple of pieces of citrine one day, brought them home, sat down on the couch, had them in my left hand actually, and for some reason I closed my hand around them and just kind of tightened my hand around them, and literally, bzzz, I could feel them vibrating.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can't find my own.
Yeah, I have I did a crystal show. I don't know if it's still up, but it was on Joan E. Rotten's channel. It was a couple of months back. About 3 or 4 hour long, showing some of my crystals and rocks and stones.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I sub to your channel, but I'll.
Yeah, I don't have anything on my channel as yet. I've got to buy a new laptop before I can publish on my channel. But anyway, no, they wanted me to do a crystal show one day, so I did, and it went on. I mean, I didn't even show them everything I had, and it was about 3 or 4 hour long video. So.
Wow.
Voynich.
Is Voy here?
Yeah, I was watching Voynich today.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Artis got
Oh, yeah.
talking away. There it is. Oh, that was awesome. Wow. Is that
Yeah,
you?
Voynich was in the chat earlier.
But no, just as soon as he said that. Is that you, Voynich? Yes.
He's coming on, right?
Hi guys.
Hey,
How's it going? That was weird. We just talked.
Voynich has been in the chat for a while, though. He was in there earlier. But yeah. Hi, Thoy.
Hi,
Good to
Crystal.
have you up here.
Still here? Cool.
You're talking crystals. Crystal.
Yes.
Crystal. Yeah.
I'm addicted
And
to crystals.
Bowl.
Sorry, what's that?
Playing
What's
the
that?
bowl is awesome.
I said I'm addicted to crystals.
You're addicted to crystals.
I have a lot, and I've kind of had to curb myself on buying much more because I already have so many. So, yeah. I don't
And what
do
do you
mine
do
in the
then?
moonlight, though. Some people do theirs in the moonlight, but I
well-
put mine with selenite, and then mine end up having rainbows show up in them where there was no rainbow before.
I never heard of that. But yeah, they work. I don't know that much about crystals, but gems. That's
Mhm.
it might be the same, but
Yep. Gemstones,
yeah.
everything. They all have an energies unique to themselves.
My father always used to have these headaches, and they wouldn't go away. So he was always gobbling down these aspirins, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then my mother found out about these gems, and she said, "Well, if you don't believe in it, that doesn't matter. Just wear it. Wear it on the inside of your shirt. Don't wear a chain, but just wear it near your heart."
Yeah, if it
doesn't-
touches your skin, it's good.
Right? And she said, "Well, if it doesn't help, it doesn't help. But it won't do you any harm." And so he tried it, and he did it, and instead of 4 packs a week, he gobbled down half a pack of aspirin. So it really worked.
Yeah.
And
wow.
after 2 or 3 months, the stone got cracked. And then my mother looked it up, what should I do? And it said, well, you should lie him in the full moonlight. And my father started laughing. And the next morning, it was in the full moonlight, and the crack was healed. There was no more crack in the stone. And it was
Oh, I see what you mean. Hmm.
yeah, it really works. It really
Yeah,
works.
I did.
If I see a crystal that has damage on it, though, to me, that's like a warrior crystal.
Mhm.
To me, it makes it even more special,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, Cinch, man.
Yeah, I did moon temperature readings for about a summer. Sorry, not a summer, 1 year. And I did readings 5 times. And what I found out, as I don't know, you probably all know this, I don't know, but the moon light either retracts heat from the solid or it's a cold beam light. That's what I found out in my experiment of using infrared heat sensing gun on a serving tray placed right between the moonlight and the moon shade. And the best result I got was 9 degrees Fahrenheit difference, and
Yeah.
it
Well,
was
that's interesting.
colder on the moonlight side than the moon shades. Yeah,
In the shade.
I don't know if you ever heard of that, Voy. Have you heard of that before?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah.
of that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I've heard of that, and I think it's really weird that only now we get to know this, right? How come
Right.
that only in the last 4 or 5 years we get to know this?
It's one of those things that, unless you actually, like Code would say, nothing's reality until you actually see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's
But when you,
very easily detectable. You can just feel it on your face, you know?
Yes.
That difference.
Yeah.
That's so much of a difference. You can just feel it on your skin.
That you could actually like a full moon winter night. You could feel it's colder, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just also I found out that, you know, because I did the test for about a year, that the seasons vary, like the temperatures vary on the moonlit side. So, which is interesting, and I think it might even be like day to day or hour to hour too. You know, because I didn't do the experiment every day. I just did it only 5 times during full moons. You know, that were some nights were somewhat cloudy a little bit, but other nights was you know, full moon, right? So it's I found though in the winter it only was the time I actually tried it was only 2 degrees difference, and then I you know, using that example, I couldn't make a hypothesis that, you know, a statement that it was actually the moon that created that coldness on the serving trays that I always used, right? So yeah, that really opened my mind when as soon as because I didn't expect to, when I did those experiments, I didn't expect to get any results really, and then, wow, it turned out so fast, and you know, there's no using somewhat the scientific method, you know.
So, do you lean towards extracting heat, or do you lean towards giving cold?
I don't know which one it is.
No.
You know, I've talked to other people about this, and they question that too.
I think it's extracting heat.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I think, you know, whatever that's like people who have an ailment of some sort. Actually, it's sort of like last month. I felt that last full moon. I felt that I was having stomach problems, so I went outside during full moon a little bit, and the next morning it was gone. Right, so that was, you know, so I think it what I hear through the community about moonlight is that it takes something away, but it also makes you cold, right? You know, I think it's taking, like a tractor beam, you sort of say. It's taking the heat away from where the moonlight is.
Maybe the injury, like whatever is needing help, maybe it takes the heat out of the part of you that needs help.
Right.
Don't be eating those.
Trace B is asking, do I harvest energy? Well, anyone can do anything. We are all unlimited. We have no limits. Some people think we do, but
put that back.
Like, I have taken Reiki, so I'm actually a Reiki master.
Yeah.
So anybody can do this kind of thing, though. It doesn't matter who you are. So you just think of white light energy. If you want to help someone, You just think of white light energy from above and just like beam it down to them, you know. You don't bring it through you, don't touch it yourself, you just zap them. And if their soul is accepting of it, their spirit or whatever, then, you know, it will help them. But everybody's different, so.
Isn't it Ohio and then Indiana? Ohio. 2 states, I think, Bubba. To make it to, that's a little far, though. I have to get through Canada first.
So, Voy, I just
Get
want to
across
tell
the
you,
border.
Voy, I live in the Canadian Rockies, and we just had an earthquake like half an hour ago. And I've been living here for 40 years.
Bend your knees, you stupid
And
giraffe.
I haven't experienced, I might have experienced one small quake
Not yet.
40 years I was here. So it's just,
We can't see.
Dan, did you try to look it up to see what the strength of it was?
no, I don't know what it was.
There's a website. I'm sorry, I don't remember what part of our wonderful government it is, but there's a website that'll tell you if it's recorded, you know, if it was reported to them.
A negative. Oh,
Yeah, I'll try to look that up somehow.
that's good that you had a negative test, Bubba. That fucking imagine that. Ooh. You'll probably get forced. Anybody who has to have the I don't know, maybe forced invasion of the
Boy, has Europe had any earthquakes lately? The last month or so?
Well, I don't keep up, but I think there have been some earthquakes in Italy lately.
Yeah.
And in Romania and Bulgaria, but
And in
I
Japan just a couple of days ago.
yeah. So yeah, I know that earthquakes are taken up altogether. Yeah. I used to watch. What's this guy's name?
not so good at trolling.
Dutch.
Cool amount with fishing.
Yeah,
Skins.
Dutch sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
he
I'm
has
subscribed
pretty
to him.
Nice to meet you. Not so good at trolling channel.
Yeah, that's a good channel to check on. Stan is Dutch Sense, but he won't.
Sense? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know that you would readily be able to see a small one on his
Oh, you
information.
see everything on this. It's pretty easy
But I
to
mean,
read.
he shows a ball with all these stick places in it, and it's kind of hard to tell to me. But you know,
Oh, well, it's they measure like how let's say how wide the quake is. So that's like scale.
I see the realist
They also,
over at
they also measure the depth, and so the more it stands out,
channel in the chat.
the more
I just
the more
never
these
saw
sticks,
it. I was
these
on a roll.
circles stand out, the higher it is. So
I don't know what's
the
happening
more
with that
impressive the earthquake is, the higher it stands out from the globe. That's how to read it.
Boy, have you heard of the theory of like volcanoes and earthquakes that the volcanic is actually, it goes through, it doesn't come up from the top, but they're saying that it runs like horizontally to the earth. Have you?
yeah, I know what you mean.
I'd say I used to think it fell from the sky. You
Is
just
what?
don't see it. You just don't see it can fall from the sky. It does. Hey, the sleuth. No, it's bubbling up from the. I don't think it comes right out of the top. It comes from somewhere else. But yeah, it's probably traveling under fucking everywhere, right? As long as there's no big ones go off, we don't need no lava going. That's the main thing. That's the main
Well,
thing.
when a
with
big one goes off, all the world will know. I mean, the last one was that one in Iceland or Greenland. Was it?
yeah,
It was
I
like
think it was Iceland.
the Earth's got to purge its mechanical Earth, right? It's got to purge its tubes, basically, right? It's got to the tube get built up, So it's got to purge those tubes and create a balance. Whether or not it's balanced in a pear shape, circle, or a flat disc, it's still got a balance, right? Bertak,
Well,
yeah, Steve.
this whole lava thing, it makes me think of hell, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's actually hell. And so it's
Yeah, you never know. Just like when in whatchamacallit song, Led Zeppelin song, um, this guy, what I can't remember who was,
Hey, Steve.
but when the mountains begin to tremble and shake.
Yeah,
So,
I know which one you
that
mean.
song, it's just
But you know,
there's a lot of meaning
I mean,
to it.
if anyone wants to know the truth about our reality, this earth plane, all they have to do is start looking at music and look at the words to the music, and it's all there.
mm-hmm.
They know. The musicians know what the truth is.
Yeah. I'm totally with you on that one. And when I listen to my music, I also notice that I've learned a lot from music. And when I listen to the music that I bought like 30, 40 years ago, I'm still in the same, it's actually more or less woke music. It's always about a revolution, about bringing down the system. And, well, not in a revolutionary way, but in a evolutionary way, like in a spiritual growth kind of way, right? Like,
Yeah, revolution just means going around in a circle. I don't think people realize that, but
yeah.
People talk about flat Earth all around the globe.
And yeah, well, when there's an ice age, if an ice age begins, we cannot stop it. The only thing to stop it is to move to warmer places. It's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard, right? That's the only solution. Because we simply were not made for Arctic conditions, like Crystal just now said, right?
yeah, where I live certainly wasn't.
I could handle it.
Yeah, I know you can obviously handle it, Madman.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm used to cold, and I can be fine with the cold. But like, when I'm out there chipping ice off the glass of the car, and it takes me 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, that's great.
And even if I even touched the car with my clothes were freezing to the car.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild.
Yeah, I'm sitting back realist. I'm stoned though. I ate a gram of mushroom, so I'm just sitting here listening to everybody talk, trying to stay in the conversation. Doing my best. No, I'm just kidding. I'm paying attention, but I was just reading what Stan was writing.
Yeah, the mic stopped on my thing, Madman, so I don't know if it's going to mess up really bad now, just so you know.
Singeman, did you ever do acid?
Who are you talking?
Maybe Singeman, how he sees trails off of stuff. Well, doing acid way back when I was younger woke up my third eye, my vision into the next. I've seen into the next. And it's in the medium that we're in. We're just basically like, how we could see fish in water? Well, the 5D looks at us like we're fish in water. If you basically want, that's what my mind, that's how I see it. But they're looking at us in our fish bowl, right? The entities,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's, if you want to say it's sci-fi or not, it just sticks. In this atrium containment. That means, yeah, um, that means you can see the vibrational patterns, and we don't even have to look at the sun to see the rainbow spectrum in our eyes, which through meditation turns into the fractal highway, right? Starts with the meditation page, what you see, and then you can see the medium in front of you like heat waves. That's what acid activated for me. So when it doesn't matter if I fall asleep or I'm awake, I can, what they call daydreaming. That's just what you call open eye meditation for me, right? And once you get meditation and pure awareness of acceptance, so you have no control over anything in this experience, then you can't ever be broken. And that's what the goal of enlightenment is realizing that nothing really matters except for being a good person, right?
I think I had the best meditation experience when I was just totally knackered by the relationship that I was in. Like, you know, another fight and another gossip, and and I was like totally sick and tired of it. And I got home and I just lay down on the couch, and it literally everything fell off me. Just in that moment, I just lie down, and all that I was aware of was the water inside of me, like the level, and I could see it like ripple, and then I could get it exactly like level, so no more ripples, no more waves in it, and I would be still, and I could just regulate it. I could see like my vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a water surface, and if it was still, I was still, and I was there for about, I think, 30 seconds or a minute, and enjoying it. Like, wow, man, this is the place I need to go when I go meditate, man. I need to stay. I need to know where I am now, and by doing that, poof, it all disappeared. Like, fuck, oh shit, I should have never have done that. But yeah, that is the place that I need to go, actually. Or that was one of the best experiences, but I wasn't doing it. I wasn't looking for it. It just came on to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the best experiences, though.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of experiences like that, but the experience that I have all the time when I meditate, I ideally for what's it called, to see all different kinds of what I see. Actually, usually it's in the summer, and I just meditate in the sun, and I close my eyes, and I always see these images. They range from psychedelic to plants, which is or just circles and different kinds of shapes, right?
Swirls.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is that, like, usually in like late summer or in the summer, when I meditate and close my eyes, I always see plants, and they're always replicating themselves, like, and it's always the same plant. It's like a fractal, that I see, and I equivalent that to because they're plants. Like, plants grow during spring and summer, right? And that's what I see. There's all different kinds of plants, but usually it's like the same type of plant that I see whenever I meditate. It was really cool, and what I equivalent that to, seeing those plants, is like during the spring and summer. That's during growing times, and I'm trying to like figure out what those plants mean, like in my growth,
It could be.
Just tell
Could be
me.
trying to, if you're not a total herbalist yet, it could be bringing you to more herbs, more greenery.
Yeah,
Maybe
more growing.
Maybe it doesn't have a meaning. Maybe it's just decorations.
or saying
I
to
only
stay
see
close
plants.
to nature.
Yeah, I only
Right?
see plants during spring and summer. Like in the fall, they turn to different shapes and
The
dreams.
spring is the new year. Yeah.
Spring, yeah, exactly.
That's when the new year starts for me. I haven't even started the new year yet. The new year's is coming. It's what is it? 15, 16? Yeah. A month and a half away. The new year begins. That's where you get April Fools from. People don't even realize this shit.
Right.
April Fools means April Fools for a reason. Hey, you don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you, it's straight up. If you're gonna look at anything, that's what April Fools means. It's not. We picked this day to make everybody play jokes on people. No, you start playing jokes on people while you had a joke, the wool pull over your face.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the 13th month year? 13-month year?
Yeah.
It's like every month is 28 days long, and it's correlates with when the same day of the month represents it follows the moon. In other words, so let's say on the first of the month, that's the full moon. That's whenever all the time on the first of the month, you would know that it's a full moon. So you actually know what's happening. And
hey, Fredo, awesome. Three Hashketeers. There's another fellow researcher that connects deep. I love to see him show up. That's awesome. All the way from Las Vegas. Vegas, I believe. Awesome.
City.
Yeah. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know Fredo since 2015, I think 2016. Yeah, when the energy grabbed me and give me the final shake, the earthly energy grabbed me, and it was just like I basically had to say one day, when I really wanted to totally figure this shit out, I said, I think it was, I did say, Lord, take the wheel and steer. I did. I said that, and I'll admit it. I said it, and my life changed again, right? And then the earthly energy speaks to you, and then your ears start ringing, and you start elevating, and you go through the process, man, getting ready for the 5D.
Well, I'm ready.
I've been ready for that 5D, I think. My energy, like, we all have a good story, you know what I mean? You create that story and you learn stories. The people who aren't learning stories, well, I study the people. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, I study a lot of people and they don't realize it. But I went to a buddy's house where I set his room up for him. He's on disability and shit, so of course I took eight 4-liter buckets, and I supplied him those plants that I had. I got those ones going. So now I tested all the genetics, but the oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were studying people and you were helping him.
Yeah,
out.
he went to the he ordered some pizza, and I was watching him and his wife are watching the news, and it reminds me of how when you're watching Will Smith in that I Am Legend or whatever, or one of those movies, when the news comes on and I can see how these people are trapped. It's like they're watching a movie, a consistent movie.
Yeah.
The movie, and they need this fix of drama in order to, like, even the way people around the city have been talking about, well, they didn't get Trump. Oh, I thought they wouldn't be able to get him. He's been passed through. He didn't start this ruckus. But people are deep into that shit. But no thought process after that.
No.
Right? The same with when I'm studying the Starseed group and some different spiritual groups, but they're on the right path. I see where their realizations of mixing aliens with not being on this planet with the Bible, and just it gets you in a whirlwind, right? Until you actually accept one way that's going to make you feel you have a balance. So yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but how else would I take Matrix Man handle if I wasn't going to be researching a little bit of everything in this whole world, in this whole experience, man. I think I want to be nosy ever since I was, 2 years old. So I'm never going to stop. I don't like it when somebody asks me a question and I can't answer them. When I just go, that makes me want to learn more and become a better person at focusing on the now instead of that. I wish it was next week already, man. Well, you're wishing your freaking life away, man. You know what I mean? Instead of thinking, I'm going to deal with the now, and when that day comes, I'm going to try to enjoy that day the best I can instead of thinking about next week while I'm trying to enjoy that day, right? There's always got to be something better. Cat, Bubba's cat going into heat. Yeah, that's why I don't like female cats. Oh, just when you want to sleep, they're walking around, perching and meowing. That's what I call it. Meow. All night long. As soon as it's fucking lights go out at night. Meow. Yeah.
When a cat would do that around me, I would just stick my pinky up his ass and just say, fuck up now. Is that what you want? Is that what you need? Just to keep him quiet,
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah,
I had to say it. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I know, that's funny. Anything goes, man. We're here to laugh. We're here to joke. We're here to talk sci-fi. We're here to talk reality. We're not here to push anything. I like talking a bit of everything. That was good humor, though.
It's the reason why I'm not allowed to have cats.
They don't let me have cats anymore. Well, female ones anyway. Oh shit!
Some cats are hard to accept the way they are. Like they bother you and all that, something like that. But I had a great cat actually. It actually slept with me and never woke me up. Never meowed at the wrong time. So
yeah.
And it was really cool. Sometimes she would meow, and I wouldn't quite listen to her, but I could understand her what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling me about her day, and and I could imagine the other cats would come by and say hi or whatever, and it's just interesting that how the cats how they relate to you, right? So
yeah, cats that live with people, they grow into very distinct characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I ever get a cat again, it's gonna be spoiled. I'm gonna have running, just like my buddy's got his whole walls all through the bottom of his house. Everything's connected with running boards. Oh man, these cats are spoiled. They can just keep running, just fucking full out running. Run around here, turn the corner, jump, fucking grab a hold. He's got them braced on the walls on the on the studs.
Right.
So and they're like 2x6, or not 2x6, 1/2 inch by 6, and he's got them on the brackets on the studs, and they just run on. They're carpeted, and they just run, man. They just run around the room. They jump the corner over to here and fight, and fuck. I want to be a cat when I see that.
Yeah.
Not as much as wanting to be an eagle, just to fly up there and just look down at everything, look at the flat earth and shit for myself. Oh shit, did I say that aloud? I'm just kidding.
My sister's got a cat like that right now. It's a Siamese, and that's what I had too, a Siamese. A Siamese cat, right? So I would actually take it on hikes, like 5-7 kilometer hikes, and without a leash. It was really cool. Really well trained. I mean, I didn't train it; just naturally, it would,
follow you around.
Yeah, and lead. Sometimes it would be in the back. Sometimes it would be in front of the, but also she would I would throw her little toys away, right? And she would fetch them and bring them back. It's like really cool. And that's why I think the Siamese breed, if you're going to get a cat, get a Siamese. It's really cool.
Kobe and P. My vet said I could buy a cat vibrator type fix. If I poked it, it would shit.
Your vet what? Said what? Or your
Her vet said she could buy a cat vibrator
vibrator?
type. If I poked it, it would shut up. Boy, next
That's a
time
good
you
idea.
get a wiener dog, they love to service cats. Oh shit. Frax and Churian, right on. I'm having a great weekend. I'm not watching the fights tonight. But I hope that whatchamacallit beats Kamaru Usman tonight for the welterweight title. The only thing I like is scrapping. It's like staying in shape and, you know.
You mean UFC stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what happened right now through intuition? You know, a lot of us have heard history or maybe read history of how the old Colosseums and all that stuff where the rich used to sit and watch the sheeples just act, you know, fight lions, fight. Well, that's when everything was centralized, right? Well, now it's going back to that, to the dark.
Oh yeah,
big time. But people don't even realize this. The way I really figured it is UFC was bought for $400 billion from the lower level wealthy, and then it was bought by all the people you think, Mark Wahlberg and all these guys purchased UFC. And just before all this stuff, everything was built. They built the new place, the new motels, the new resorts, just for the UFC, and the training facilities where these people can live all year long. And then overseas, the only way you can fight is a fight island over there in Abu Dhabi. They built an island with shit on it, with big buildings, living buildings. And this stuff was, and UFC only had 2 weeks off. So that's when I started seeing the centralization. And there's been guys talking, there's a lot of older school UFC guys are getting cut because these people are going to start getting paid nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to get started to pay peanuts when this so-called world wage or whatever, everybody gets equal wages, or everybody, you know, because that's just like how they're making everybody accept welfare now as a career choice. You can actually accept it as a career choice, it seems, right? So like assistants and shit. So that's can bring it into the, unless you're actually an overachiever, maybe you can't, you know, everybody's going to be on the same shit. And then everything is centralized. It doesn't matter. Any angle of life, people always say, oh, the TV and this and radio. Well, look at everything, man. Look everywhere where this stuff doesn't go. You know what I mean? Where this virus don't go. You know, it's where the rich people live or own. The wealthy, you know what I mean? So it's just intuition sucks that way. But that's why I live so free, because once you figure it out and you can help just bring intuition, then that's personal freedom. That's freedom of thought, the freedom of the mind, which when you're trapped in the matrix, they make you think that freedom is being able to go anywhere in this world, anytime you want. But that's not it. And that personal freedom like that comes with thinking that you're going to be happy when you leave this spot. If you're not happy sitting here, like me, if I'm not happy sitting here talking with my friends, what makes me think I'm happy if I go to see Alex in Aruba and I'm still gonna be that same person trying to get vibrational thought, into the flow of that situation there. And if I can't do it here in my home turf, you're trapped in I need this, I need that. So what do most people do? They drink twice as much when they go away, to block life out. The cone.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah. I'll get back in later. Ciao.
Yeah, you got to go within. That's what it's all about. That's going within, right? Not what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to meditate within,
Oh, shit.
to vibrate.
Where'd you go, boy?
That's the whole thing, is to vibrate in your body, like doing yoga or whatever you want. Just get that vibration in you, which makes you feel alive, and that's the whole
Big
point,
white tongue.
right?
Hey to Cone and Kylie.
Hey,
We're shaking,
good
bacon.
evening.
I
Next week, we'll pass the hour.
Smoke. I'm gonna actually grab my stuff and roll one up. I guess mushrooms are at an even keel now, so I guess I can smoke one.
Dude, did you say mushrooms? I love pizza.
Pizza. I wish it was on. I actually had pizza and mushrooms today.
Oh, fuck. Oh, you mean the ones that send you to outer cigarette, buddy?
Yeah, I've only lost my train of thought once. So,
Dude, I used to take acid like every day for like 5 months when my buddy's brother was the guy shipping it from Seattle down here. It's called Timothy Leary. It's like Space Cadet. It was like black paper. But anyways, I did that shit all the time, and then I didn't take it again for like a year. And then I went to Seattle, and some guy gave me some at the skate park, and I fucking lost my shit, dude. Like, fuck. I was like, never again. Never again.
Were you microdosing for 5 years?
No. 5 months. We were just taking like a hit a day, 2 hits a day, because my buddy had it.
Oh, okay.
No, when I freaked out, this guy came to the skate park and he was obviously fried. He comes up just and goes, "Do you guys want to buy any acid?" And I was like, "Sure. How much?" He's like, 2 for $5. I was like, tell my buddy, "Hey, you want to do some acid? I'll buy 2 of them for $5." He's like, "Sure." I go, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" He goes, "Oh, what? Really?" Yeah. He goes, "Oh." He looks around. He goes, he's like, reaches in his pocket and pulls out this piece of paper. It wasn't cellophane or nothing. And he just goes, "There you go." Just I rip it in half, and it was like actually like probably like 3 hits or 4 hits. And I fucking fried it. And then, like about 10 hours later, when I thought I was coming down, I took a bong hit, and holy fuck, that was it. Cool. Arms up, hey!
Oh.
You're good. So yeah, no, that one. And then where I was living in was Seattle, and then we were going to Bremerton across the way. And
With the Brimlows?
yeah, it only takes like 15-20 minutes to get around that way. It's just like it was like left at 8 o'clock at night to get home till 3 a.m. I have no idea. I woke up on the side of the freeway. I was like, No, that was yeah, I was just like, I looked straight ahead. It was like pole position. I look out the window. It was like normal life. And I was like, oh, this is what it's like to be retarded. This would be great. I'm going to be like this forever. I was thinking, it was terrible. What happened? Did we get quiet?
Yeah.
You
I'm
think
just
this
right back here.
agreed at all?
He might be.
It seems like he wants to be.
He's right there. I put my Abe Lincoln from Collect. She's stuck to the table. It's like right by her seat. She's like, "He could be inappropriate." I'm like, "Might be." He might be. That was a find in a pawn shop. My buddy brought it home and he gave it to me. The guy charged $25 for it, but the sticker on the bottom said either like 500 or 5,000. It was like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, well then, like, just fast forward like 3 years down the road, my buddy just sent me a picture of that same statue sitting behind Nixon in the Oval Office, and then the guy that made it had 8 of them, and they put them in 8 different rooms in the White House, and so that's one of them. So I was actually in the White House at one time, and now it's all it had been spray painted and stuff.
Right, we dabbed some paint on it.
Yeah.
It had been tortured and everything, so I thought it was just like a regular old Abe sculpture, but nope, it was actually like it's like a thing.
Hey, turn back around, you.
Roll to be time.
They're shutting down the lights at 11 p.m. at the White House now. Like you can't see the White House in a
It's not right.
Well, light shining with COVID, huh?
What's that?
The lights
Yeah,
shining to spread of COVID. You can't have lights on because it'll spread COVID.
Right.
Probably.
Movie comes out at 11.
I just seen that like reported by some YouTuber today. And I heard about it like last week or something like that. What was happening at the White House, which is kind of like what's happening in this world, right? So
Yeah, we've been getting dumped on by snow, and to keep everybody home, they're not plowing the roads and shit. You can totally tell because usually they're right on top of that shit.
I've been stuck over here.
Yeah, she's been stuck here for 2 days, and there's like freaking snow everywhere. Usually our roads are clear by now, but they ain't even trying.
Well, I mean, I'm not stuck in a bad way.
Yeah, that's nice. I knew what you meant. Start driving in that shit.
I feel sorry for her every day. But yeah.
Shut up.
That's all right. I got eyes. I look in the mirror and I'm like, "What happened, buddy? Your plant's busted!
Dude,
Oh my
You're
god!
fucking hot.
Oh,
Stop it.
what the? Damn! Oh, your head is ruined.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not.
we got some good green.
What do you got?
I'm still smoking on this tie stick shit.
Tight
This is
stick.
good.
Teaching
Tie stick, yeah, this is good stuff.
Labrador shit, or was it
Yeah, good stuff.
tight stick shit? So I was just trying to figure out where that was from.
Tie weed, straight up.
I just want to do. You said
No, it's
shit.
some good shit. Out of all the kinds I can get, I got another half of it. That's how good it is. There's like
Don't
50,
you have
like I say.
4-pack of jars right down there by your feet somewhere that you were showing.
Yeah.
Go buy another half. Oh, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out.
Treat.
Press all that shit.
I've only got like 4 kinds left, but I got 1 jar of the Tangerine Dream, and then I got 9 jars of the Critical Mass. So what I want to do, because say 9 jars, say 2 ounces in a jar, I'm trying to try to get 6 more months out of that. I smoke like a whole bunch still, but I just in case anything ever, like my intuition said, anything ever happened, I couldn't get to the weed shack, then I'm not smoking that stuff. And then the summertime when party time comes, sitting around the campfire, I can just roll big fatties and not worried about having to buy it then. So I'm just balancing it now, and it's curing, right? It's curing in the pit, in the dark, in the cellar and shit. So
Matt's preparing for the fucking weed apocalypse. He's like, I gotta have it. A couple of this comes, I have a weed apocalypse.
yeah, you never know, man. If anything, like I even thought about when they said, like one of these times, like AMTV, these guys are gonna get like, buy your Bitcoin, man. They're coming for you. How many years have these same channels been saying this? Even High Impact Flicks, they're coming for you, man. They're coming to take your guns. Well, how many years are they gonna keep saying this shit? Right, but people saying that they're coming for you.
They took my gun 19 for spray painting trains. They came a long time ago, buddy. Long fucking time ago.
How many years now has the Chinese military been just outside the gates over in Mexico, right? The Red Army shit, Red Star and shit like that. They keep saying that. Right, yeah. That's all the same shit that's going on over and over, like in a loop.
Yeah. It is. It always replays itself. And here's something that 90% of Americans don't even know is back when it was Trump and Hillary. I don't know if you guys know when China left their ports for their Navy last, but it was 110 years before that day. Then they left their ports. they left their ports on election day during Trump and Hillary, and him or China and some of Putin's boats were right on the border of the free water right here outside of New York and everything. They said they were checking out a sea anomaly with nuke warheads. Okay, and as soon as the election was over and Trump was hired, they turned around and went away. Why? Because they said, if you hire that lady, we will bomb you. Because they go, for like England and stuff to have a queen, that's by air, that's by rights, that's by blood. But you hire that nasty asshole, we bombing the fuck out of you.
Hey, how come Putin's name sounds like a fart?
I don't know. But yeah, they came out. They his ports for like 110 years, and then they went right there.
Most of those guys that are all in on that, they're all about peepees and poo-poos. Yeah, they get off on it, I guess, somehow. Kind of gross, but to each their own.
Yeah.
I think they have wives just to make it look good.
Beards.
Beards. Yeah.
That's like I told my friend his favorite line at his bar, because he's kind of on the other side, is, excuse me, sir, can I push in your stool for you?
That's what Mark said. He's so gross.
Gay bar, for sure.
I would say that's like high school. That's hilarious.
Want to go camping? I don't know.
No.
I like packing shit. I just want to practice packing shit.
Hey man, if you woke up in a tent with me and you had bad sleep in your ass, would you tell anybody? Want to go camping? You're supposed to say no, and I go, want to go camping, buddy?
I remember when I first heard that. What was it? Oh yeah, promise not to tell anybody out of wooden dink. I won't tell anybody you have slivers in your mouth.
Oh!
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, too.
You're smoking something, right? Is there a chart to like tell you like the kinds, like a chart of all the marijuana?
I studied it. Like if you want to see most of the kinds, the types, you can go to
Seed Finder.
Yeah,
Seed Finder, hempdepot.com. Go to it right now. You can see all the different seed companies that conglomerate on there, and you'll see everything that you've ever heard of. Plus, like there's
one big chart.
Yeah, of any kind that you ever thought of, and you want to see it, it'll be on that list
with pictures.
And it'll be from every different seed company all over America, Canada, anybody that's out there. And they're all good breeders on there. It's expensive. Like some of them cost you $35 a seed, but I test all these genetics. So
how do
you? Just growing them.
Okay.
I'll leave that up to the scientists, man. I just buy clothes. That way you know what the fuck you're getting.
I buy seeds, and then when I just find somebody. I think I put a couple too many in last time, but just to test them, I threw 4 plants away. Because there's no room. If I find somebody that I want, I'll test different seeds, and I'll say, hey, I'll get 8 of these ready for you. You just be ready, and I'll have them ready, and I'll
that's a big guarantee. That's a big guarantee, dude. Especially when you're using seeds, man, because you never know. Like you look different. Your sister,
that's
different.
Test.
Come out.
So the test I get to put is, I'm still pheno hunting through other people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't flower in my house. So I'm going to take 2 cuts off each one of these. Like I have 2 different places. I have people hooked up going. So I'm going to take 2 cuts off each one. And then whatever that way that tastes, that's the pheno I'm going to try to put out this year.
I don't even take my first cuts till after I see what the flower looks like. Because like I said, dude, they could all have, I could always count number 1, but every flower is gonna be different. You're gonna want to pick the best looking flowered plant,
right?
Clone
so
one.
I put three pink kush. Pink kush is my favorite. 3 pink kush, 2 tropical cookies, a granddaddy purple, a purple kush, and then Granddaddy Purple mixed with lemon Gorilla Glue. So we got
Dang, man.
yeah, that's some pretty cool
Lots of
shit.
So,
I get to see if any of these are gonna harm me, like through all the different places I got them. I got through like like I don't know, 4 different people. So I get to see if anything's gonna harm me. So it's like me testing while I'm hooking people up. So I'm gonna put this video up.
You're not going to get really any hermaphrodited plants. You get a male or a female, but you're only going to get a hermaphrodited plant unless it's already flowered, and then you stress it the fuck out, and then it has seeds,
I can stress
and then it'll math out. Then I've
Well,
never seen it before that.
It's all guaranteed female genetics. All guaranteed.
But you see what I'm saying, Matt? Like you can't. Hold on, let me turn this off. You can't have a hermaphrodited plant until it's already became a female,
Yeah,
and
then it switches.
yeah. So
you got to feminize
So
it first.
yeah, you're not going to buy seeds that are hermaphrodite. You'll have to do that to yourself. You can do that yourself, but I don't, because those seeds won't grow. People thought that if they hermaphrodite the plants out, they get all these seeds, they could sell them. That's not going to work either because they won't grow. So
Unless you sex them back, right?
Right.
You sex them back with the same female.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that female, it's not actually on the hermaphrodite plant. It's on the hermaphrodite plant that sex the female. Right through that creates the feminized seeds on that regular female. So it's got to be the same. It's got to be the same phenotype too to do that.
Or it has to be all male plants and introduce the one female plant.
Yeah, you put that silver nitrate and shit like that. Yeah.
That wouldn't be inbreeding.
Nano, yeah. So you gotta have.
You gotta have wrong with daddy cookies.
Oh,
I
thought
right.
so.
You gotta have 2 sour diesel.
Call that the inbreeder.
Back process.
Girl Scout cookies and daddy cookies.
Yeah, Daddy says I'm the best.
Crossball and breeder.
To try these tropical cookies, man.
That's hilarious.
Screen share. This is just me setting up this guy's room today.
Yeah.
I'll put it up here. It's just like 30 seconds I took just after we got the room set up mostly.
If you ever get a chance to be in Tacoma, Washington, and you have a chance to go to a grow factory there that's medically and governmentally funded, there's this one there. I can't remember, it's like Twisted Roots or something like that. I don't remember, but we went in there, and when you go in, they give you lab coats and everything, and you got to wear these special glasses in there so you can see, right? Because it's crazy. You put on these glasses and you can see just like normal people, just like normal colors. It's not too bright. You take them off, you can't even see depth. Everything is like the Hulk green. You can't even tell like if something's 2 inches from your face or 5 inches from your face because there's no depth. They got LEDs coming from the floor, on the side,
is a month
everywhere. No shadow.
A month of seeding from seedling that I got these ready for these 4-liter pots. So this is Buddy's.
That was gonna be chunky indica.
Yeah, that one in the center is actually a tropical cookies, and these things are only 12, or I'd say 16 inches at the most tall, and they're on there like I make them like little spiders, right?
I can tell right there that there's that one true indica in the middle, and the rest are all hybrids.
Yeah, they were stuck in a cooler. You can tell for a bit, just so that cold didn't hurt them.
But they got those in between leaves because true sativa will be long and skinny like your pinky, and indica will always be fat. So those medium sized leaves, those are always hybrids, man. Always.
Yeah, this one plant in the cup there, he's got a hydroponic, single hydroponic system thing. So we're gonna take as much dirt out of that and stick it in this hydroponic thing.
Oh yeah, so that's what we did here. Because our dirt and our outside is like that, we put the hydroponic soil round balls in the first like that cut size, and then we put the plants in the ground still. So because everything here is a natural hydroponic anyways, so we had started like that there, and then they grow into the dirt after that.
40 years ago, I met this guy. He was dealing in pot, and the way he told me, I don't know if I ever believed him. But anyways, he was telling me that indigo, I can't recall exactly how it was grown, and they actually, they topsy-turvied the plant, and they would put heroin at the roots so that the heroin would go to the flowers. I don't know. Is that? I don't know what indico is, but that's what he told me how it was made. So
the roots aren't going to transfer no drug to the tip of the bud. That's not going to happen.
I heard people say that they fucking injected vodka into the fucking stem.
Right? Yeah.
You heard that shit? I don't think that stuff.
No. Yeah.
Kill it. Dude, just go pour rubbing alcohol on your plant and see what happens, buddy. It's the same thing.
Stone and drunk at the same time, right?
This guy, okay, let me tell you. I'll tell you one even better than that, dude. I'll tell you one even better than that. Since I've been doing this. There was this dude at this house one time. We were all sitting around, and I was just there smoking weed and shit. These guys were doing other drugs. This guy was all hardcore, like I'm a hardcore drug.
I say other drugs.
And he was talking about methamphetamines. Well, I know a little bit about that because I dabbled when I was younger. But first of all, you must know is that methamphetamines are water soluble. And this guy tried to tell everybody that he had it. He smoked so much it had a piece come out his eyes, his tear duct. I was like, listen, buddy, I don't know who the fuck you're trying to fool. He goes, no. I went to the hospital for 6 months for crystallized lungs. I go, dude, do you understand the words water soluble?
It doesn't change. It doesn't formulate into a new thing inside your body.
I'm like, dude, that does not happen, bro. It's water soluble. It ain't going to do nothing.
Form into another thing.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Funny.
It's not going to change.
People are so fucking weird. What they tell people that I had this guy tell me that he had a heroin hash plant, like that, like you said, the plant was half heroin, half fucking weed. I'm like, do you know heroin's made from poppies, buddy?
He peed on the couch.
I never thought it out, So I
just, yeah. If you don't know anything about the subject, you'll just let people tell you. That's how the information gets spread, disinformation, right. All that shit. That's true.
That's why I don't like to say too much info because people try to scramble it with all the other stuff you say.
Yeah,
it doesn't too good.
I try to tell people about the weed thing and the strains. I go, dude, why do you guys even still follow strains? Every single strain that there has ever been has been so washed out. So many different kinds have fucking been. You think these are original seeds saved from 1955 when they first found that one that kind? No, you're like, why? I could get something. You know it. I know that Matt's seen it. Where you get a pound of weed, you don't know what the fuck it is. Someone says, "What is this?" You're like, bubble gum.
Snickle Fritz.
Yeah, it's because it tastes good. People say that, right?
Like, what
and then there it goes, dude. And it happens with clones. It happens with everything.
What did we name our strain?
I had a guy tell me that. I didn't know you just said what.
I said, what did we name our strain?
Oh, I don't remember. Do you remember? I don't remember. It wasn't you.
Authentic Max. I think it was tampons they were doing that with, dipping in vodka.
Oh yeah, that'll kill you dead. It happened to a bunch of girls because it won't go on
land race strains, bro. Yeah, the original, those genetic, those laboratories, cannabis laboratories, man, they have every different genetic and every different combination that's still stored, but I think trying to make more of a connoisseur, everybody addicted to fruity kind of stuff, to where you're going to keep smoking it. I think that's the goal, is to make you want to keep rolling one every half an hour or every hour, instead of smoking one and then not smoking it for a couple hours, and then it becomes more of a like eating habit instead of a hobby or something to look forward to.
Well, with the way the economy is going and everything, I don't get to do it. I used to like to take the big fucking 1 gram dabs all the time, and I can't afford it anymore. Fuck.
Well, I hear you. No, that's another reason why I like to keep the balance of having my own stuff here. I guess I could have been cheaper with it and never shared anything at Christmas and stuff and had twice as much left. But
today I was watching this guy talking about mushrooms. Take the philosophical mushrooms, and he was microdosing on them. And what he did was he'd microdose for 5 days, and he would take 2 days off. And
No, it just looks like it's my knees.
before he didn't microdose, and it was on a different kind of mushroom, and he was saying that it's sort of like he didn't feel the energy that he got after a long time. He was to get it filming with
Try that one.
4 years or something like that. Almost taking the change, and then he started microdosing and
Organic intelligence.
2 days off microdose, and he was able to feel the benefits of DMT. Basically, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's why I say I can activate my natural DMT.
Yeah.
No, those mushrooms are too hardcore for me. I liked acid. It was a lot more laughy and a lot more mild. That fucking mushrooms I tried like, I don't know, 20 times. Fuck, send me out. Send me like.
Yeah.
And it gets worse when you become an adult and you know what reality is. It was a lot easier as a teenager to take lots of acid because you know what reality was. I give a fuck. Now when you got kids and shit, and all of a sudden you start taking that shit, it's like, whoa.
Panda bear.
Well, good rapping with you guys. I gotta go. Someone's here.
Oh, okay, Stan.
Have a good night, and
You
then
good, bro?
Valentine's Day, Dacon and Matt. You don't know what to say. So and
Yeah.
Kanye too. All right. Have a
Come
good
out.
night.
Cool. Stan and Edmonton. Out in Alberta.
Yeah, man. If you could ever get your hands on double purple doja, dude, that was one of the better plants I ever read. You'd like that one. You come around and you're like, that grows. It grows like neon fucking green, and it just has these sweet purple and white buds, dude. It's so
Oh, excuse me.
Over the bed.
Butt chugs.
They gave me one pillow.
They did.
I say that too.
And I actually did one like that.
Yeah, I know.
really sucked
Oh,
my
Crystal's
toes
back,
into
I
that
think.
pillowcase. And it was probably the side of
I
the
think
pillow.
that's Crystal's back with her.
Crystal's jamming.
Maybe she'll play the bowl tonight.
I have the bowls. I'm gonna play this fucking dab bowl right here.
You, Crystal?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, it's working. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know why my phone does that. It's just not enough bandwidth, I guess.
Oh, wow. Excuse me.
Get it in you, buddy. Did you even get
Yeah,
one?
it was.
Did
Yep.
you even get one, bro?
Yeah, I was trying not to.
I'm gonna try two. I'm gonna try to get one. I don't think it's gonna work.
I try not to all the time.
I know. Everybody does that. Like, and I'm like, wow.
Nah.
Oh.
That is cool.
It's always
Genevieve,
It's 24 past the hour.
another fellow Canadian. Awesome.
So the daughter understands everything. She's like, "Well, you gotta get your
It's
water
nice.
removed."
The authentic Max. It's nice to get everybody from all around the world instead of just
Matt, man, what was the name of that guy's channel that's tinfoil hat? What?
orchestra.
I can't hear you.
Tinfoil hat.
Which I apologize.
Orchestra.
Tinfoil hat, what?
Orchestra.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks.
Yep.
The bathroom's right there. Like, you first walk in the bathroom's right
Ooh,
there. And
I
then
like
the
this stuff.
recliner, and then the
Kicking those
bed,
shrooms right in.
and then there's the curtain, and then they put in my recliner right there, beside Claire's bed.
Hey, Genevieve.
Pretty much
Organic
everything.
Intelligence.
Not all the stuff.
Pretty evident.
Hobie and P. Patsy.
I was just so fed up. I wanted to just
Authentic Max. Rack Centurion.
Doing good, doing good.
I just didn't want to complain because it was no often, and I just wanted to get out, and I didn't want to cause problems for everybody.
Oh yeah, that slows things down a little bit.
Good night.
I will not do anything about that. I won't do anything about it, so keep doing it. You can do whatever you want. I'll never say anything about it. Just keep on going ahead.
Whatever. That's silly.
Famous.
Hiya. Who's gonna open this window?
It's just the silence cutter.
Peanut.
Oh man!
Isn't that what Stern said to
Yeah.
say?
You're in the live chat. You're in the live stream. No one say anything. You go. Penis.
I closed out some of that other stuff to see if that would help. Hey, Dacone, are you going to play the guitar?
Probably not.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna play. He told you should play.
I don't know anything to play.
You know everything to play.
I don't know. Maybe later. I don't know. Not right now.
I don't know what's going on with this TV. Not getting Wi-Fi to my TV for some reason.
You were spotting.
You
You were spotting.
see that?
That's called
I
spotting.
don't know what that is.
When
I see that dancers do like this.
Yeah.
And they're like,
When you the way that
spotting.
the way that your head is positioned, the way that you're looking is called spotting. Yeah, that way you don't get dizzy and throw up.
Yeah. Max.
Doing a bunch of ballerina stuff.
No, that ain't me. I'm not the
That's
Swan.
what
I'm
that
not the
is.
Swan Lake kind of guy.
Yeah, I just don't want to cause problems.
Yes, I missed
don't
it.
care, whatever. I don't care.
That wasn't even anything.
I know.
It was cool though. It was kind of Asian.
No. Then it would have sounded like bing bang bow bing.
Yeah, whistle job. I'd love to have another set of drums.
She does things with Matt. Like she does different things with Matt.
I can't play basketball. It's the one sport I can't play, and I can't play the drums for nothing.
Oh, I can play the drums so good.
Fuck.
get
Those are the
it.
two
You
things
play
I
the
can't do in life, man.
I can play the keyboard pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I thought.
And then Zoe just.
What's up with the drums then? I can play.
I don't know.
And keyboard.
I can't do this.
You can run and do stuff.
I can't do all that.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
I've tried. I can't dance either, but I just got this one.
See, that's a dance move right there. Better than anybody I've seen. Y'all suck. Yeah, we're about it out.
Calm down time and just cuddle kind of.
Did you watch Frankie? No, I've been just doing this Authentic Max, but my Wi-Fi hasn't been coming on my TV. Sucks. I'd be watching the fights right now while I'm trying to talk.
The fights.
Oh, who's fighting?
Nobody.
Nobody's fighting?
They shouldn't be. It's not good.
Wow, you're almost live on camera.
No, I can't. Go for it.
Hey, Matt, man, I'll do the bowl if you want me to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, don't be doing that. You're on the mic. You're not muted, you guys.
I just play him anyway.
Yeah.
Open that book up there. That's Derek's secret.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that.
I'm done.
Great. That was awesome.
Thanks.
Perfect timing. What's going on with the fights tonight? We're going over here. Huh. We're at one fight. See if my buddy's got this fights going tonight. Okay, Marquise. Okay. I can't believe how many people get stuff donated. There's some fighting channels. Like there's one of this fighting channel, Food Fight Live.
Mm-hmm.
People donate, like just people that show up donate $50 at a time and shit. And that's what it costs for you to almost just rent the whole thing and watch it yourself. But they're listening to somebody say it play by play while you can't watch it.
Oh.
Or they're watching at home, listening play by play, hanging out with the chat, and also paying $50 instead of 80. So that's weird, man. Weird. Like there's three. What's that? I don't know if you can see it. But three people
They
just
just
donated
make
$50. I never seen these people in this chat ever in my life. But yeah. This is going to be an epic fight this year. It's Gilbert Burns against Kamaru Usman. It's going to be that's the only one I want to focus on tonight.
Are you going to pay for that pay-per-view kind of watch thing to watch it?
No, I don't.
No.
I would never pay for it. It costs. I think it'll cost like by the time you pay for it, never tax. It costs $80.
Yeah.
I'd rather hear about it. Like even girlfriends in the past. I don't like movies. Like I always say, I'd rather save my money than go to watch a movie, get relaxed, and then have to drive home in the cold. You know, stuff like that. That's what I seen. I never really stopped myself from going. I was just like, by the time you sit there and stare up, you're always stiff after a movie. But when you get out of the warm movie, you got to go to a cold car, and then you got to drive home, and then you just all that relax is gone, right? So unless you get it at home while you're already relaxed. What are you doing? You're doing
Yeah, I don't watch that many movies anyway. I don't like to watch movies. There's too much subliminal stuff in
Oh,
it.
you can't see it anyway here underneath the camera. Yeah, I don't watch. Yeah, Buddy couldn't believe it when I told him I didn't watch TV or movies. I've watched some that I've been led to, maybe, like just to keep up with the times. But unless it's like war, some kind of violence, or something in it, I don't. It won't even catch my attention. It won't even. I just like to learn. It's got
I
to be.
seldom watch any movie anymore.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like there's movies I could watch over again, like Braveheart, stuff like that. Ones I really enjoyed.
Yeah, there's a girl. She can actually watch a movie and sit there and just pick every kind of Illuminati stuff out of it. She's so good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of the name of her channel right now, but she can analyze a movie just like that movie Larry Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crown, get it? Corona crown.
Yeah, big time.
His coffee cup had a crown on it.
Oh,
There was all kinds of subliminal stuff in that movie that was like pre-programming, but it's just outrageous how much is in the movies and music too, you know.
As I was watching the news, I was at Buddy's house for that bit tonight, and was it the one she bit? She bit that big bite off.
So yeah, if I want to watch something, I want it to be positive vibe stuff.
Sitting there watching the COVID update on Global News, Canada Global, and right at the end of it, after I tried not to pay attention to anything to do with it, like all the people going on and saying, it's like they have kids asking the questions. Will I be able to go see my grandpa if I get my COVID shot? You know what I mean? Shit like that. Well, then they don't answer and they say, well, time will tell. You know what I mean? So but right at the end of it, it says, up year to date, 6,651 deaths from it. What do I see? I see the breakdown to 666, right?
Yeah, of course.
Easily. I like, you know, remember I said to Buddy, I said, remember I told you about how I see the coding numbers and
yeah, I see the digits all the time, every day, all the time.
What do you think? I said, what do you think that adds to? And he's like, what? And I said, yeah, that's when you break it down, that turns into it.
Yeah, but I also feel like all these numbers aren't just meant for negative.
No.
They can be used for positive too. You know what I mean?
They're meant to let you know that you're in the vibration. You're on the path. You're out of the. You might be participating more than you want in the matrix.
Because I'll wake up at like 3:33 a.m., you know, or straight up 3:00 a.m. Really weird times.
You already did.
I'll look at the clock. It'll be 4:44 or 1:11. Just all the time, almost every day. I get the digits. A lot of synchronicities.
That's my candy cane. Oh, no, that's funny how Max didn't understand that. No, Charles, it just means just a regular person, Max. That's what I gather how Guinevere wrote that. He's just Charles to me. I don't see Keanu it's just like seeing him as another person. That's funny. I have no idea who Charles is. I just know the ladies are crazy for Keanu. That's funny.
Who is Charles?
That's what I was trying to figure out. If Guinevere was just trying to make it seem like Keanu Reeves is just another person. Like I try to teach my kids that all of a sudden they take somebody's beauty, put them in a movie, and we're supposed to praise these oh, see, I stopped myself. I would call motherfuckers, right? But
yeah, but you just said it anyway.
I don't, and it says that anybody who's ever read the Bible, it says not to praise anybody or idolize. And what does people do? Right? It's different when you get a friend that as a good friend is like, you know what I mean? Acceptance. You don't have to really. If it happens, it happens, right? You get what you get. But to idolize this, they call them stars. What the fuck? Stars.
Yeah, we're all really stars. We're all like star peeps, you know.
And we shine a lot brighter than them. People who want to be in full reality and pushing through this experience on the other side and not being controlled. You're shining bright. shining brighter than any of these stars, so-called uppity, betters. You're better because you acted a better act than me, but you just got paid for your act. Man, I got a good act. I just don't want to act. I just want to be me. That'd be just like, like I wanted to be a teacher, but they told me there was going to be more school and then ongoing school if you want to stay upgraded and all this shit. I'm like, holy man, no, just couldn't dig into that shit. Right.
Yeah, if you want to be a teacher, it's constant upgrading that you have to do. And I mean, think about it, Matt. They give you a certain particular thing that you have to teach, and you can't deviate from it.
Right.
Yeah. So, that wouldn't be much fun.
No. Or teaching the same thing year after year after year is another thing I thought.
Mhm. Yeah, because they would just be wanting you to teach agenda stuff,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'd love to be a teacher.
Yeah, it would be nice if a
No
teacher
matter-
could teach how they wanted to,
Well, no matter what I did, I would teach just like I do now. Everybody would, if this was online and I had to focus on something, I would still do what I do. I build intuition. I build vision. Right. The main thing, no matter what you're teaching, is are you teaching them to memorize what you're saying, to memorize the paper, or to actually understand the practical, like practical reality of actually doing the job or planting a plant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of saying we plant beans, we'll say we dug up this damp earth during this hot day. We were sweating. We had cold water. We knew that we wanted to get these plants in the ground, but we were struggling to do it. And then you build the story with the intuition, so you're not just memorizing. I think that's why I had a hard time in school, because my mind wanted to see it. Right? Somebody would say something, blah blah blah, and say, "Do you understand what I just said?" And I'm like, "No, what did you just say?" You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, because I wasn't in that moment. Through my
I was bored when I went to school. It was boring to me.
I hated high school too.
And I mean, I got good grades, but it was still boring.
3-0.
That's what weed was for. That's what. Ever since grade 9, we smoked weed in the morning, at lunch, and right after school. And I haven't stopped.
Nope, I'm 43, so 16.
So that's 13.
I think I was like 15. So 15 to 43, however long that is. And I've grown for 28 years.
Yeah. 35 years I've been smoking weed.
Yeah. You're just a little bit older than me. You're a little bit more antiqued.
Are you in Kiki now?
They say I'm 46.
There's barn rusted things, there's old dilapidated things, and then there's antiques like this. There's antique like that, antiques, buddy.
I'm getting close to midlife at 46.
I already went through it, buddy. I'm on the downslope already.
I'm not gonna call it. Yeah.
I had all that money. I had all that money in that fund back when I was like 30 to like 39, and then it just went. But it's all good.
Well, your midlife crisis hot right now.
I'm not going to crisis. It won't be very hard to catch me.
No, your midlife crisis hot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I got started on the kids faster than he did. Mine are already 20 and 23, so it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little too.
Like I think I was 30 one time when I was I had this landlord, and I said, "Yeah, I'm getting old." He's like already 57 or something. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm getting old. But I don't know how long I'm gonna last." He's like, "You're still young." I'm like, "Man, you don't know how to treat it myself." Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Most people don't know what it's like to stay up for 2 weeks straight and not even sleep a week, man. And how drained you feel at the end of that when you finally go for a sleep, and it's just like, oh man, what did I just do? You run out of money, or you run out of friends, or something.
What did I just do? Here's the worst one. What I just do? 2 weeks after your 18th birthday, you wake up in the cell like this, like going, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna be in here for a whole year. This is gonna be real fun." And then you're like, "Oh shit, that's what you go for."
Yeah, you fucking hit the prison early, man.
Yep, well, that's what you get for being a big dog, buddy.
Yeah, I know. That's another basis of your appeal.
But you know,
Little big gangster.
I'll tell you what though, if I could ever say anything about all the things I did back in the day, with that being said, I would say if there was ever a kid that's 18 to 21 and they got a felony, make them do 1 year in prison. Be like me. I ain't got in trouble since.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that, dude. I ain't going back.
Oh yeah.
I've been in. Okay, I got
Learned a lesson the hard way.
There's times to cry and there's times to not.
Like assaults. Like I have.
Yeah, you do.
I got a lot of assaults. I don't have anything with like weapons or anything like that. I was just fought people.
I don't
Get told. Like all those. I've only been knocked out 3 times in my life. Cold, and all 3 times was in prison by big ass 40-year-old dudes that fucked me up. that was the fucking ones. Those are the ones, man. Like, dude.
Yeah, and your chick got more points and felonies than you.
Yeah, I got mine over with. I was like done.
Yeah, I got 4 points and 3 felonies. I mean, it was quite a while ago, but dang.
I'm gonna have a penis.
They're coming here first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're coming for these 2.
Authentic Max, so sorry to hear that. Much love to you and much love to your sister as well.
Mm-hmm. You're a strong brother. You're like a glue. That's why you came and found our group here, our friendship group. Like the first day I really went live, that was where are you from? I'm from Nepal. Whoa, shit.
Yeah, there were some pretty famous YouTubers that were right by you there for a while, but I think they all went back to the meth. they were trying to be out of it for a minute, and then they got like some YouTube fame, and then they were like right back into it. You're like, what happened?
Look at that. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to grab a couple peanuts. My munchies were kicking in. That last doobie got the mushrooms just zooming in there. It's a great feeling.
This guy.
I'm glad you guys are on this trip with me. It's not much different than when you eat a whole bunch of cannabis, THC. Except I don't feel like I'm on a boat.
Stop looking at me in disapproval. I'm just gonna write on his forehead, so I don't want to do it.
You do whatever you want. I will never ever tell you not to do something, so you keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't even have to ask first, but you better ask never.
Yeah, let's smoke. One more peanut. Perfect. Like I say, when I get nervous, I love shoving nuts in my mouth.
Why are you nervous, Matt?
No!
Wait a minute!
No! You shut it down!
You better stop it!
That was uncalled for, sir. What the frig
I
just
got a
happened?
delayed reaction on that one.
Oh,
Oh,
buddy!
God!
Yeah, man. I love having
I do feel
nuts
kind
in
of
my
funny.
hand. Nuts.
Oh my God, buddy! No! There's people here. It's getting recorded. It's recorded on the fucking fake film.
On the thing.
It's like, yeah. Don't say that. Oh.
That guy's nuttier than squirrel shit.
Oh my God, there it is again.
Okay.
Everything's not shit. That's what he said. He said, this awesome, the something shit, the squirrel shit, everything's shit.
Everything's shit, buddy.
Michael Joshua Lewis. Howdy, bro. That's all the way from Australia, so it must be the morning time. Good morning. It's probably what?
It's like
11
next
at
Thursday
night?
already, buddy.
It's
Like we got,
Friday.
I talked to a lot of Australians
No,
on
it's
YouTube.
like, oh, it's like noon. Oh, yeah, it'll be noon.
Oh, it's like Thursday. What day is it? It's like
Well,
Monday.
It's fucking Monday.
It's like it's not that bad, but it's like that. It's crazy,
It
man.
feels like it's that bad. It doesn't make any sense. What's the deal, man?
I don't know. They're just weird. They talk funny too, and their toilets flush
And
backwards.
those kangaroos! I would put that kangaroo's pouch and beat its ass from the inside out.
Oh, it's the afternoon, yeah.
Don't
3 in
be
the
a
afternoon.
So, Matt, man, you say you eat peanuts when you're nervous. Why are you nervous?
No, I just, that's when, no, I eat them for, when I feel like a cigarette.
Oh, God, I love that shit. It sounded so not like that. I know exactly what she said. It did not sound like that. What come it is when you get nervous?
Even when I say peanuts really fast,
I stuck my thumb.
so my
Hey,
daughters bug me. They're like, "Oh, peanuts, right?" I'm like, "Peanuts."
Oh my
They're like,
God.
"Oh, peanuts." Oh, you love peanuts. I'm like, peanuts.
I
Peanut,
never
peanut.
thought about that other word until you're saying that. See?
Right. It's so innocent.
I thought of the
If you
right
say it
word.
back. So
I'm sorry. I'm the bad influence. I'm the one that their mom warned you about.
I like having the corny Canadian mind, but I try to hold it back
Buddy.
unless there's good situations because I'll laugh at something and then people won't catch on because I've thought of it like 10 seconds
Peanuts.
before.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I know how you talk, so I understand when you talk what you're saying, so I just don't think of the other word, you know?
True. That's
I quit smoking cigarettes. I need to put something in my mouth, so I started grabbing.
Oh, here we go again. Buddy, with the name of- Oh my God.
What do you think he's talking about? Oh my God.
He's talking about it.
I know.
Man, you're burying yourself here. You're burying yourself.
I had
Yep.
to do it.
Give him a
He's
shovel.
doing self.
That's
Do
what I
it self.
say.
I'm just doing self.
Doing self.
Just
That's
doing
the
yourself.
part. That's the part of the act. I got a good act. I used to have a good stand-up too. Back
Well,
when I used
you might as well call
to
him
drink.
Carey. Like Jim Carrey.
Right.
Used to carry Matt Carey.
When I used to drink with no conscience,
What?
and that was like a free conscience, free having no conscience. When I used to get beer into me, I just could do whatever I wanted and have no nothing holding me back.
I never
I
was
still-
mean. I never was violent. But if someone said, "Hey, I dare you to drunk," oh, buddy, yeah. Oh, what dare you to what? Yeah. I'm the same. Was the same way. Let's rob this bank right now. Okay.
I know.
I'm wasting perfect timing.
I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Matt Man.
Mhm.
Hey, Patsy, happy Valentine's Day to you, too.
Yeah,
If you get too loud on the hit
but the
I guess it is Valentine's Day in some places.
yeah. Oh, it is Valentine's Day. Yeah.
So it'll be Valentine's Day in Australia, UK, all those other places. So, Dacone, Kylie, what are y'all going to do on Valentine's Day?
Go to the store.
Valentine's Day.
No, just ain't go to the store. I was like, we're gonna go to the store. You know, we're gonna be like,
down. You're being so dirty minded.
I know. I know.
You though.
That's
I can't help it.
It's how it is. It's a dirty environment. Oh man.
What happened?
The dirty minds think alike.
oh, that's nothing like you. What time is it
I've been
now?
there for a year.
Yeah.
11. Oh, 11, 12, 2. It's 4 in the morning for you, Gobi and P.
Thank you, Genevieve.
Well, I love brandy.
What happened, buddy?
I haven't tasted brandy for many years.
Have what?
Tasted brandy.
Brandy.
That's
Oh
so
yeah, dude. I don't know about you, Matt, but like when I would drink, and it was like every single day. So it was like I would be like so hungover the next day. Like that, I can't anymore because like if I drink on Friday, don't even fucking call me till Monday because I was like, I can't even take it no more. It's too much on my body.
I don't drink it all
can't do
anymore.
it.
I don't like that stuff.
Well, it's
Have a
good
great
if
night,
you
whatever.
haven't really done it. That's probably good. I like to drink like a glass of red wine occasionally, but
Yeah,
that's
See,
about
like,
it.
I think drinking has a purpose, and the purpose is to get drunk. So like I get there.
Right?
Yeah, like, if I'm
just kind of
if I'm gonna drink, if you see me drunk, know that some serious shit happened because
for real.
I'm trying not to kill somebody by drinking because then that makes me happy because like
Yeah, right.
it's the reverse, man.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'll
I
keep you
can't.
not
Dude.
drinking. You don't gotta drink when you're
Yeah.
around me
I
because
can't help it. It goes down like that, and
We
the
don't
next
gotta
thing you know,
come
the next day, I'm just like, the Jesus cigarette butt, just take me to heaven now.
we got all positive vibes.
My head feels like it's gonna pop off. It's just like,
Yeah, no,
nope,
that's
can't
an
do
icky
it.
feeling.
Then you got a guy like me that just had to drink in the morning again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time, man.
And you
Just
just
to go to
don't wanna
work.
stop.
So I had to get up at 3:45 in the morning to be out at the nuke plants, by like 5 a.m. So it's like, yeah, you started drinking, or you never stopped. Actually, what happened?
I've had so many long days like that. A lot of long
There's a
days.
reason why they gave all us nuke plant workers Thursday or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off every week because we needed it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuclear in here.
Yep.
Friday evening. What fight are we on now?
When I did have a couple of liquor drinks just having it at dinner, I liked warm sake. That was pretty good.
Shit's not bad.
Warm sake was good with dinner.
Oh, Ricky Simon. Brian Kelleher.
You remember where you were the first time you had sushi? Like in a real sushi place?
Yeah,
Where were you?
Haponesa in Seattle.
Nice.
It's Japanese and it's like it's Haponesa or something like that.
I was at a place in Spokane. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a dive and it was so freaking good. That's where I had that warm sake.
See, I go back to that same one every time for the sushi. They're like, so that's the first place I went because they have the deep fried eel ones. They're so fucking good.
Nice.
Omega Watchman. Plain
Seattle's
Truth.
also had $140 steak.
Why buy the cow when you can buy the cow?
No, it was actually not very much of the cow. It was actually like this much
I
of the
know,
cow. It was like-
Why buy the cow when you buy the
Yeah.
cow right there?
and at first I didn't think it was even cooked, but I guess it was.
What?
Yeah,
And it was
so-
questionable at that.
well, it's just the way it is.
I mean,
Is that
who chose that restaurant?
the Metropolitan? The guy from Jake and those guys did Snyder and those.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like one of the Kobe beef steaks.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like almost gray. It looked like gray. The meat was like so done. It was like they're like I don't know. It's weird. It's good. Just kind of like melted in your mouth like it wasn't done.
Huh.
The best meal I ever had in my life was also in Seattle at the Coastal Kitchen. Is a Peruvian swordfish. Holy
you said
fuck,
that.
dude! Oh my
I don't know
god.
what my best meal is. Probably
Dude,
stomach
if
constipation.
anybody said you could have another one of those meals, that was the one I'll pick for here until next 2 lifetimes from now. Peruvian swordfish was the bomb.
There we go. Ooh, just cracked the bottle. I can smell that. Taste it. I'm an alcoholic, so I can't drink it. I can just enjoy it.
I had a beer like 2 weekends ago, and that was the first one in like a year. But I still have like a beer, but I still like go to parties where they're drinking. I just like bring the dabs because that's why I love living in Washington. I don't have to worry about no alcohol because I can just smoke weed or do whatever drug I want, actually, anywhere I want because it's all legal, so it doesn't matter. I know it's like crazy for people to think about, but it's really true. I think Washington. Here's what I thought about that. Okay, so they legalized it over in Oregon and Washington. Either A, they want to like just have an influx of people to Washington, Oregon for like tourist activities, or B, they're like, hey, let's round up all the stupid druggies and put them over there and let's blow that fucker up.
Right.
You know, just concentrate them into 2 states and then what happened?
Yeah, it's weird about
Yeah,
that.
I did wonder why they did that.
Are you close to the Space Needle?
No, I'm 300 miles away. I'm by Idaho.
Oh, okay.
I'm down in the corner by Idaho and Oregon. I'm like got 3 borders within like 100 miles that way, 100 miles that way.
Okay.
It's a weird, unique. It's a high desert plateau where I live, so that's kind of weird.
I think that's where the next 9/11 thing's gonna happen.
Oh, good God! Well, check it out. Well, then that'll probably be what happens to me. See you guys later.
Wait,
but listen,
what? Wait, what's happening? What's
I don't
going on?
know. I just let fate happen, dude. Who cares? But like, we're at 66.6 feet above sea level right here. There's some crazy witchy fucking ghosty shit that happens here, man.
It's like,
And we're on the same
Kind of
parallel as
funny you
Kuwait.
say that because I was looking at something the other day and it was actually saying there's a portal over there somewhere.
Yeah, in Prosser, Washington,
it's
at
right
66.6.
I think it's right here at this address.
It better not be.
It fucking might be. Sorry.
I got if you go to see the paranormal
I'm
shit
just
on my
saying.
channel, you'll see it. I
Yeah,
guess.
and also
I got like that little playlist.
it's like a gathering spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they kick it over here with us. I don't like it. They were kicking it with you, and then I fucking started running them around town. Nuts. And there's that radio tower or whatever right here. Is that what that is?
No, it's a cell phone tower, and there's
The
radio towers
The
behind it.
6 lights.
Mhm.
There's 6 red lights for the airplanes, so they don't crash into them. In a circle. Just saying. Where over here do they say the is supposed to be? Like, do you know what region?
I'm trying to think of what site I was looking at. I saw one yesterday that was like showing the chakras of the Earth plane.
Mm-hmm.
Those little
And then I'm
UFO
trying to remember.
We find them on Google Earth around here all the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was Washington or Oregon. I just can't. I've seen so much stuff in the past few days. I research and do stuff all the time, so I'm sorry. It's kind of all blending together. But I did a screenshot of it. I have screenshots of it.
Did you? How did you find it? You put it into Google Earth?
Oh, well, I wasn't looking for that. I was actually just looking for. I was looking for something else. I was looking for what numbers go to the chakras. You know, the actual like numerical number for each chakra of your body. That's what I was looking for, and then I ended up seeing that because whatever you put in, you can click on images and then you can look at photos and stuff. That's how I found it.
That's how my searches go as well. It's like you just keep going on a on a trail.
Yeah, you just
I'll show
kind of
you.
end up on your little pathway there. Yeah.
I told her last night that something wasn't right. And I'll show you what happened here last night. Here in this town, if I can find my things here.
Oh.
So,
What happened?
I gotta get my glasses. Well, the weather around here was pretty crazy. It was like 19 degrees here. It was 61 degrees here 2 days ago, and then it was
Right.
19 degrees all day, and then our surrounding area all
Yeah.
last night was around 19 degrees to 17 degrees, and then at what time was this? It was almost 6 in the morning. I first realized it was like 6 in the morning that I realized it, but everywhere else around here was still 17 degrees except for our town right here was -7.
Yeah.
And we were
Well,
the
that's what
only-
it's going to be here in a day or two. It's going to
We
be
were-
unbelievable Arctic.
Yeah,
But
well,
I'm
let
not
me tell you,
north.
like,
You're
I'm
north.
talking like-
I'm not anywhere near the north.
okay, but this right here, this -7 degrees was in Pasco, Washington, right here. You go
Yeah.
on the Google Earth right here. You go 20 miles out anywhere around here, and everything else was fucking 17. Just right here was -7.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
think
for-
there's
a
manipulation
couple
going on.
So weird, man.
Yeah. I think things are just real. I don't even know. I mean, I see, well, we know the weather is manipulated, but
Well, Crystal, you know that you heard me talk about how my dad, he's pretty well to do. He's like third in charge of ConAgra services. Just wait. He's in charge of ConAgra grow services and has been like the third in charge for a while. And if there's anything that I
yeah.
take from him, because he's a big Christian and he believes all that. And if there's anything that he said to me that I've ever believed is he said, because he's been doing farming for 50 years, is he said the winds have changed directions. I was like, that's the only thing you need to tell me, because I know that you wouldn't tell me nothing stupid. But when you said that,
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, he goes, I've been watching Baypan fields and agriculture my whole life. And I can tell you right now, the winds have changed directions. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I know
crazy.
who ConAgra is. Well, there is an actual website. I'd have to go back and look the name of it, that shows all of the patents for all of the weather modification. It goes back to 1880 or 1890 is whenever they started doing weather modification. It goes way back.
Yeah, that's like I say with those big old, we have whole fields and fields of hundreds and hundreds of these wind turbines they say are generating electricity. I say maybe they're generating electricity, but they're also, these fans are huge, dude. They're doing something else too, changing directions of the wind. They got a whole, 1,000 acres of them. 1,000 acres of them blowing fans that hard. They got to change the direction of the wind, man. There's no way around it. That's huge,
Yeah.
dude. We got over here, and then all that power goes to California. It's not even for Washington State. That's kind of crazy, This thing's kind of weird. I mean, these blades take 2 semi trucks to haul to the fan. Each blade takes 2. They're huge.
If everybody wants to grab some intuition, if you start watching now,
What, man?
if you want to grab some intuition on the sunset, if you start watching the sunset now for a couple weeks, you'll see that how fast it's coming back across the horizon. It's almost back to the east again, almost due east, because it was way over in the southern horizon. But it's coming back
Yeah.
across.
If you watch any 24-hour cameras, and watching them on the sky or anything, I know you do, Matt. Have you ever seen that there's not one camera that goes for a full 24 hours in Antarctica? There's always a glitch of at least a couple minutes or a couple seconds right towards the end of 24 hours. There's no continuous feed.
No way.
Yeah, you should check it out. There's nothing that will continuously feed it. Always
Look at
glitches
this.
for like 24 hours, so you can't see it.
We
It's
got
like weird.
Robbie Sky Killer coming up. Wow. I see you, bro. You don't have to stay on camera though if you don't want to. I'm gonna click you in. Roberto Sky Killer. How are you doing, bro?
How are you, buddy?
Very good. Very good. I'm gonna turn this
just
down a bit.
cruising by. I thought I'd say hi.
Awesome. I'm just gonna turn this down. My earphones got this playing pretty loud. There we go. Oops.
I'll turn my TV off.
Oh, there we go. Turn this down a bit.
How you doing, Matt?
Pretty good. Pretty
Hey
good, man.
there, welcome.
This is nice to have you up
Yeah.
here, bro. This is I was like, I seen it come
Yes.
up, and I'm like, whoa, this has gotta be a fellow
dude, I
flat
thought I'd
earther.
pop in. I told you I'd say hi to you sometime.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to do this, like live face to face, and been so many
right.
years.
Now you've seen my face.
Yeah, I'm not scared to show mine either.
Oh yeah, dude. I like that, dude. Like I have nothing to hide. I have no fear of this fucking Matrix.
Right. Me either. That's what I say.
It's all a simulated joke show to me, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's why I look at looking from the outside in.
Oh yeah, dude. I like to hover above like a bird and just like I don't chase rabbit holes because our reality, whatever reality, like whatever overlying reality, the satanic system, it delivers rabbit hole after rabbit hole. It leads nowhere. It's like everything's a conspiracy. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Or you just got to look into it for a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I hover above and go take a dive down to grab a rabbit once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think hanging around all the I never stopped taking my flat earth research in. Like all the different reasonings. If somebody says, what would make you think that? Well, most people, you have to have an intellect to actually understand it. More than like the basics of it is so visual that it's so simple, right? Like when they say,
dude, it's so basic.
Like every time I say sea level, you see it's level, right?
Yeah.
It pisses me off because I shouldn't even, I shouldn't even say it and think anything different than, like, even if you can't see the water bending straight in front of you, you should see the shorelines bending straight in front of you to the sides. You know what I mean? And it's not.
Oh, dude, listen. The funny thing about flat Earth is that really you got to be like a kid because it's so basic and so easy that their magic spells of telling you right to your face, lake level, sea level. I mean, they tell you right to your freaking face. It's so amazing how they actually tell you the truth and then magic spell you with all the lies, and they put everything so far out there, like 172 billion miles, and they put it so far out there so people like, well, I'll just have to listen to the experts. It's like, dude, the experts are indoctrinated people, man. It's like craziness.
Oh, planes and seas. Awesome.
It's so friggin' easy. Like, actually, it's so basic that it's like people that are having a hard time looking at it, it scares them that it's so easy. Anything in this reality that we live in, this simulation, I fully believe it's like a biblical board game simulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything that like is base level simulation is so basic. It's so easy, dude. Like, I don't even believe, like I think everybody has a sun that's like our simulation, like the sun, like like the AE map doesn't work, period, right? But I like the simulation thing is like where the sun just goes down for you. It like I'm a full simulation guy at this point, dude. Like you know, me and you have filmed the skies for years, right? That shit is straight up, dude. We live in a hologram, bro.
Yeah, just like I try to get other people go to Demon Hunter's channel. You still watch Demon Hunters?
Oh yeah, I watch Demon Hunter.
He's straight up. He's never deviated from his. He just loves to, because he's got that calling, right, to teach the intuition of exactly what's going on, but not too far in depth. He keeps you in suspense. He's not just telling you; he's letting you know. And he draws me in, and I've researched with the guy for years. I still watch his videos and get drawn in like it's the first time I've. You kind of have to have your same. You couldn't have to have your same thing, your same words, but word them different and add them to your situations in life. So that's why he's really good at it.
Yeah, see, me and Keith are good buddies, but I have to be honest. I can't deal with like the darkness version.
Yeah, that's why I just watch it for. Yeah.
Like I can't watch his 30-minute videos. Like it's just like, dude, like I love the guy. I try to talk him out of the darkness and like crawl out of the rabbit hole, fly above it all, and make your videos, dude. You get like the abyss. If you stare in the abyss too long, it'll tear you apart.
Yeah, because you start noticing too much, right?
Well, or you start thinking you're noticing that isn't there, which is a problem.
Yeah, I hear you.
So me and Keith are great buddies. I love them, but like when we talk privately all the time, I like.
Cool.
He's like, "How can you be so at ease?" I'm like, "Dude, you can't take this world like you believe in Jesus, Keith." So he said, "Don't live in fear. Like you're pumping fear. Like you can't. You got to look at this thing. Know that you've seen that you live in a simulation. Know that your physical avatar may suffer some consequences, but you passed the test. So stop freaking out."
Yeah.
I can't do darkness. I like in my life or anything. Like if my wife or anybody around me starts doing darkness, I tell them, I'm like, dude, take that darkness somewhere else.
I say, I've already lived the dark. I've lived the rain. I just want the brightness and the sunshine for a bit.
Oh yeah,
you had to
dude,
go to the dark to become this. But so you want to
like I said, I still am a Hawkeye. I have an eagle eye, dude. Like so I. Like I said, I hover above our reality board game. I see all the pieces on the board game.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. It's like the elite get to play the game of Risk. Well, we get the board game of Risk, but they're as long as they're not actually hurting people. If everything comes with thought of persuasion, then they're not gonna lose their shit, right? They can play the game all they want. Right?
Yeah,
when you make the sheeple make the choices themselves, then who's controlling who? The sheeple are controlling themselves, really, when it comes down to it, right? But on the outside in,
I don't even know, to be honest. Like I'm not even positive everybody around us is actually like a real human with a soul.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that to put.
You mean like NPCs?
I think if you're,
I mean, like they're like, I'm not saying they're not, but they're so degraded that I don't know. Like,
if you're a pure human, you should have empathy.
Right, like so, like I'm not just talking about the elites. Like their game is played through the sheep, right?
Yep.
So they instill fear, but like if the people can't see that this COVID nonsense is nonsense,
that's
then and you show them like just pure facts. Like I tell people, go to the CDC website, look at page 42. It tells you right there they never even had any of the matter to make the PCR test. So I send them to their own sites, and they say, oh, they make up reasons. I'm like, hey, wait, if you're telling me that you wouldn't listen to me, but now I send you to them, and you're now going to tell me that your God, the CDC, just you're going to make something up for them, well, then you obviously are completely like, do you have a soul? Do you have a brain? I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's bizarre to me. This whole COVID thing, it really shocked me. So I knew that the elites really had like the bloodline of Cain. I knew they really had like a pretty serious like grip on the whole world. But this event showed me that they have absolute power over the whole world
even worse
through the sheep. So it's not
Right.
even like the sheep do their bidding. It's like this whole event completely blew my mind. It's been quite eye opening. It's kind of interesting. Like for a truther like me, there's plenty to look at. So about the overlying like reality we live in, like how it's like been a crazy eye opener for truthers to see like the satanic grip over the people
that you really have no control over nothing, man. Nothing except for your actions, right? How you act and how you control yourself.
Yeah, dude. Like the only thing I do is, I do my thing, and if I bump into somebody, I'm like kind of a good delivery guy of certain truths. So I'll see a person and I can pick a good I can sense them, and I can pick
their energy.
I have a vast knowledge of truth. I can drop certain truths that fit the person, right? So I've woken a lot of people up. But the funny thing about this COVID thing is I told people for the friggin' Super Bowl of last year that they were going to put you in masks, they were going to shut everything down and all this shit. They all called me crazy. And then in like May and June, they're like, dude, how did you know? I'm like, I'm no genius. They told you for 6 months beforehand what they were going to do, dude. It's like they tell you the truth in a sick, twisted way where people are trained to believe nonsense so they don't see the truth. It's this whole satanic hijacked reality is quite interesting. And my whole thing is like, I'm not going to take the vax, but I'm not going to like hide. I'm just going to do my thing. And if I'm forced at some point to like have to, to do something one way or other,
right,
that day will come. So I'm not going to fear it, like whatever. And they're never going to get me to beg for this place. How about like there's like if they have my head on a chopping block and they want me to beg, I'll be like, please, dude, I want out.
Take me out of this.
I'm not gonna like take myself out, but I'm not begging to stay here either.
Right. I'll look one of those mofos in the eye and say, "You're stuck."
Dude, the funny thing is like the people that are so brainwashed, I don't know if hell is just being reborn into this twisted place, right? I know that would be pretty hellish for somebody like me or you, right? We'd be like, oh damn,
oh shit, pass.
Like we did pass, so we'd be pretty chapped on that. But so I don't know exactly what hell is. I know it's not something I want to partake in, but because I can prove too much about the Bible to be that it's truth. But I don't, not in the English form. The English form, like you have to do Strongs and stuff. Like, dude, we came into this system of our own accord, dude. It's crazy. Whatever we did that we wanted to come in here, man, must have been bizarre.
Right? We needed a good experience, I guess.
Oh, this is like actually, we needed a serious spanking, dude. Like whatever we did, this is a spanking time, dude. I mean, there's a lot, like I said, I have a family like you. There's a lot of good. I mean, it's just so insane to like be awake like we are and walk around outside in this. It's just insane to me, dude. It's like, what the heck? Like,
to work a 40-hour week and not being able to talk about it sucks. Like, I wouldn't push it on a person that, unless somebody actually said something, I can't push internet and open reality, open-minded, free thinking on anybody. But These guys don't realize that if we're outside working, and I'm looking at the sky, and everybody's like bored. I'm actually enjoying myself while I'm working. And when I'm stopped working, I've just got this movie playing in the sky. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I
Oh
get
yeah.
look at it like positive both ways, right? So time just flies by almost too fast. But
Oh, dude, it definitely is flying by, right? Like it's
yeah,
crazy. Like when you wake up, like all the bells and all that shit is like whatever.
yeah,
It's like, dude, you look at your hand and you're like, huh, this is just a meat suit avatar. This is interesting.
yeah.
It's
When
a
I think
definite
about the biological
mind
machine,
blower.
the energy machine, like all we are is a battery inside of a battery casing, right? Of the battery, the
Dude,
works of the flux capacitor inside us, right?
we're something. We're definitely light beings inside of a meat suit dude, I believe we chose to come here. I think we bailed wherever we were before. We got tricked into this place. You're born upside down. Everything in this world is upside down and backwards
Yep.
until you like realize you're in a biblical board game. You can't be turned up to see the truth. I mean, dude, if you take a
Right.
friggin' Starbucks cup, like what I love to do is randomly I'll go into Starbucks and I'll see if they got the right cup, and I'll like go, hey, why is your cup a Baphomet eating a human being? And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, turn that upside down. That's a crazy goat god eating somebody. Yeah, like, well, why is your logo that? They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, look, it's right there, dude. The world to you is upside down. You like that appears to be upside down, but it's actually the replay is up. Turn everything up. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's freaking crazy. Like, you know that the clothing line 400, right?
Mm-hmm.
YG, which he changed his name in YG and Gematria. If you add the numbers up, look it up in the Strongs, it means person of hidden knowledge, right? So his clothing line 400, if you read it properly, so one of the pictures of his shirt, it has an angel on top of like a numeral 4, and the angel's like dead hanging on the top of the 4, right? And if you actually know what he's telling you, so in the Bible, the word 400 equals food or prey. And his when you read his clothing line, you got to read it the way these freaks do things. So it really says hunted, HUNDID, hunted for dinner.
Right. Oh.
Dude, and then his shoes say on the back of his shoes it says 400. It writes the whole thing out 400. So it's telling you you're the prey. And then the shoe says lost angels on your heel. And then when you look inside the tongue, it says fuck you, pay me. So it's like, dude, Satan's collecting shit here, dude. And like people need to wake up to the truth. That's for real. But it's all around. The funny thing is it's really truly everywhere. Like, and the reality is getting so. They know everybody's so dumbed down that the reality is delivering complete nonsense all the time that should be seen as nonsense by anyone, like with any intelligence should be able to see everything we're delivered is nonsense. But everybody's so dumbed down that the reality is all it does is deliver nonsense now. There's like almost nothing that is like without conspiracy or that's real. It's amazing.
Every angle of life is a movie to the Matrix dwellers. Right? It's like if you don't have enough drama to keep them entertained, you're not gonna have a friend. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's so crazy. Oh, and they're like one of the greatest of the hijack reality douchebags. Like whenever they sold to Satan, like had to get rich and famous, to where they had to become chicks, is just like, dude, fuck off.
You're gonna catch me tucking my jewels.
This whole like this. Well, me and you have never like been offered the opportunity to sell out to Satan, and then he tells you to become a Baphomet. It's like, no thanks, bro.
It's not a chance.
But yeah, I mean, they're like the fact that a human being who has a child and thinks a 3-year-old should even be talking about genders and should have the right to change his gender. I mean, dude, like no kid has ever thought about gender ever. So
Right.
it's like the fact that that's being like normalized to where parents can change their kid's sex because the kid says so. It's like, no, the kid didn't say so. It's cartoons, and you told him to. Like,
Right.
no, like this hijacked reality is getting so twisted, and
Yeah,
it really
and
is. I mean,
right, out of sight, out of mind.
so
If you don't say nothing about it, it's not going to beyond the mind, right?
right, no, dude. Me and you, I grew up in the '80s, dude. I mean, dude, there wasn't a single person I knew who ever thought about anything, except let's go ride our bikes.
Right.
Like there was that shit doesn't exist organically. So like a kid doesn't want to be a tranny, and a parent who does that, well, you're actually should go to prison because you're abusing your child. I mean, it's just
that is a form of abuse in my opinion, kind of. But to each their own. Open-mindedness.
No. You can't say to each their own on that because that person is willingly changing a child's life without the child truly having the knowledge to make that decision.
Right.
I don't care if like my neighbor becomes a tranny. I could care less. But I mean, if my neighbor tried to turn his 5-year-old son into a tranny, me and him would have a definite problem.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to make that choice yourself without it being pushed on you, or
yeah, right. The 5-year-old can't even make a choice to like they can't even tie their shoes. I mean, give me a fucking break. Like,
I made sure.
And the fact that there's a doctor who would even do this, like, dude, this world is so out to lunch. It's just outrageous.
Yeah. I tell my daughters, I said, no matter what you hear, say, or do, remember, in the Bible, you're a female. That's how you started. You're a female. And just remember that.
Yeah, right? Like,
and I said that their whole life. That's the only way you can counter this Common Core stuff, right?
Yeah.
If they're going to try to program that they can be anything, I'm going to program that they're female.
Yeah, right? But no, now that's illegal. If you told, like, if your daughter went to school and told that to a teacher that you told her she was a female, fuck, they might arrest you up there in Canada.
Right. That's crazy shit.
Oh yeah, dude, I die on my front porch before anybody put me in handcuffs for like like okay, I'm out of here. This is so insane. Let's get this on.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Boogeyman's coming back tonight.
Is he?
At 9:00, yeah.
Was he going to do a video or do a live or?
He's going to do a live, and he was wanting people to come to chat with him. Like,
I'll come and talk with him.
What you're doing, let people in and shit.
Oh wow, I could talk. I want to talk about the. Oh, I guess I don't go too wide open on here, but like when we talk about the hologram, the atrium that we live in, this bubble, what'd you call it? Snow globe, basically.
Yeah, dude.
With chemical dust in the air that never gets to reset. Right. I want to figure out I want to see if he's got any more captures of the grid or space fence or anything like that.
He said he's like tonight. He's talking about cryptic creatures, which is funny because I was almost killed with my buddy in Humboldt where I grew weed. I had like 500 acres up there, and we like almost got killed by a black panther, but the Fish and Game don't acknowledge they exist, even though like my uncle and his neighbor have killed one. You can't tell the Fish and Game because you go to prison for life, but if you call them to say something's hassling you, they'll say you're making it up. So it's a very interesting thing, but there's crazy stories. People believe these Black Panthers are like aliens. I mean, I only know this because I researched everything. I was laughing, but yeah, so he's doing like cryptoid shit tonight. Like animal, like some kind of crypto animals or whatever. But yeah, it's, hey, at this point, dude, the reality, whoever's behind the curtain I guarantee they can push a button and anything can happen. So who knows what's
Mhm.
really going on? I mean,
Um,
once you realize that you live inside of a simulated reality, it's pretty much, then at that point it's pretty much limitless. Obviously there was giants. We can see the giant tree stumps everywhere. So
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I
like,
could see them looking
whatever.
down on us too. Still, right? To me, it was
What?
like they just. To me, it was like they just. You know that show, Living Under the Dome? Did you see that show, Living Under the Dome?
No, I haven't
That
seen
show? Well, there. If you ever look on TV, there's a show. It's called Living Under the Dome, and they put like a dome over top of New York or something like that, over a town, and it just reminds me of the same shit. Like, but so
I know what you're talking about, man.
but Giants did it. They just put it over because they say we're 70% water. It's like they put some kind of thing over top of this and made it into a simulation experiment, whatever. Like we could be in a laboratory and as an experiment, right? Through frequency and manipulation. But
it could be
it's
all
almost
kinds
like,
of things. But I'm a total biblical board gamer. Like, I
Right.
believe that we were tricked into the system through Satan because Elohim is angels, magistrates of the supreme God. And if you read
Mhm.
Genesis 1, it says Elohim created man in his own image. Well, Elohim is not one person. It says angels, magistrates of the supreme God. And when it said created man in his own image, it said his own vain show, especially an illusion, a phantom illusion. So he created the host body system. We bolted. We came in. Then in Genesis 2, God formed man to intermingle so he could try to save us out of this shithole.
Mhm.
And so I believe we came in to a host body, which is essentially a phantom illusion. It's a vain show, especially an idol. It's friggin' crazy when you start reading the Greek and the Hebrew version of like what we're told. It's outrageous.
Mhm.
So
And I
yeah,
think
we're in a satanic simulation right off the bat, dude. So
yeah, big time.
whatever we did, like I said, we were tricked. We came in to have sex. The first thing that was created was a woman because Satan created the woman, and then God came in Genesis 2, made Adam and Eve, and then intermingled so he could be in all of us, so he could still save us out of the simulation that we decided to go into. But
Give us
yeah,
a chance.
I believe we came in, and you're born upside down. This whole world is upside down, so it makes sense you're born upside down, right? It's like, okay,
Right.
you came in,
Born
you're
upside down.
And when like when they show like when the sperm hits the egg, it's a gigantic explosion of light. That's when your soul comes into the being, dude. So like it's a wild experience, but
The Big
we're
Bang
definitely
Theory.
inside a biblical board game, and
Hey?
Satan's about done with it. When he took down the Twin Towers, that was him saying he's done with the twin system because you're born with one eye up
Yeah.
and one
Yeah.
eye down. You're in a twin system. You're
That's-
you're a good you and a bad you.
Right.
So
That's
you-
why I say
you flip
oh, sorry, bro.
Oh,
Like
no,
the-
until you can cut the Bluetooth line to the pit, and you can like get rid of because so it also says that we have an angel demon in us. So like it says the spirit. So spirit in the Bible, that's lowercase. When you look that up in the Strongs, that means angel demon. When spirit's in capital letters, that means the supreme
We're
Jehovah,
on
right?
here again. Yep.
And so like
Bye, Patsy love. Have a good night.
until
Ron.
you're flipped right side up, you're like you got a connection to the pit.
Mhm. Yeah. Until you like fully figure it, and I do hope figuring it out kind of gets your energy to the next. It's well worth it, right? Searching
Well,
for
It's a
open-mindedness,
test.
awareness.
It's a total test. So like whatever this place is it's a test, right?
Yeah, well, because for anything, like when I was in the Matrix, fully, a lot of things could break me, but now it's just like it's not like I don't care. Like to have world knowledge and not push it is your own is your own experience, but to help people along their way is the key. Like to be a glue for the fabric makes it worth
I
it.
mean, all I can do, I just plant seeds and like then see if
Yeah.
they get watered or not, right?
Yeah, that's all that
So
I can do in this world now is because I wish you can't fall back asleep. I can't put my head down and like 40-hour work week feels like 1,000 hours. You know what I mean? It used to feel like nothing. I used to be able to leave work and go work. But now it's just like, it's not like lazy leisure. It's like, I want to be as innocent in this as possible so it doesn't break me. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah,
you
dude.
just,
Like
let it
at this
go.
point, I can't be broken. Like it's like,
Right.
and I'm certainly not going back to like when people say like the question like, well, like sometimes I'll smile. I'm like, man, it might have been nice not to wake up yet.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I hear you.
but I mean, I'd never go back, obviously. But yeah, dude, movie's doing some cryptoid animal thing tonight.
Yeah. Is he? I never even. He's just gonna start out then with his new channel.
Yeah, it's at 9. It's still the Boogeyman channel, but it starts at 9.
Oh, it's 9.
9 Eastern, which is like or 9 Pacific.
So that's what 12.
11, maybe 12 for you. I don't know, but back east it would be 11. Or no, 12. Yeah, it would be 12. He's crazy. Like 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it would be 12. I thought he was doing it at 6. But he's like, dude, you got to come on. People love you. I'm like, oh, I might come on, man. But I just was cruising around looking for his little thing because he like said, go look for like it's up there. So I was going to hit on it. I saw you and I'm like, oh, dude, I'll go say hi.
I'm gonna check and see if this. At least you're getting warmed up. This is what I like doing. This is all the time we first started hanging out at the Boogeyman channel. I wanted to do this. I don't think I was quite ready to sit and talk in the back room on Discord.
Yeah, yeah.
I like. I just first got my first phone and computer when I was 40. So I'm only like that's when I first really woke. I was awake. I knew how shit worked and shit went. My dad taught me about Jews and all that shit. I didn't even realize what he was teaching me until I was a little older. But he was part of the hippie grouping out in Victoria, BC, where all the hippies, they all talked about all that shit, Vietnam, all that shit, right? So I got raised on knowledge, but it's like this phone fucking found me. Oh, I don't even use the phone, but it found me somehow. And
man, read the hangout message I just sent you.
oh shit, oh, that's what that was. Oh dang.
But anyway, I'm going to have to go anyway because I'm going to try to get up early in the morning before it snows.
I remember you told me that.
I don't know. I don't know what time. The bad weather's supposed to start at like 7 a.m. tomorrow. So, I mean, the worse or bad weather than what I've already got.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was going to get up in the morning and try to drive the car and get back home before it got worse. So, anyway, I'm going to go.
Oh shit, we're at 3 hours.
Everybody have a good night. Much love to you. Stay safe.
It's getting late. Thank you for coming up.
Oh, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
That. Got me on a little roll anyways tonight.
I guess your person left, whoever that was.
I'm not sure if his stream dropped on him or what. So
will you write this down and give this, well, I can actually go put a message on Dacone's channel. I found that website. Kylie was wanting to know that website. I found it, but
I don't know if they're sitting in the background or not.
I don't know what they're doing. They might have gone to the store. Sometimes he'll go to a store close by him.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Depends on
name
me.
of the website is planetearthvortex.wordpress.com. That's the one that shows the Earth's chakras.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where is Mount Shasta? Is Mount Shasta in Washington or is that in Oregon? It's Washington, isn't it?
Washington. I think Washington.
Yeah, that's where that portal is. And I think that's where Decone is. Washington.
He's close, yeah.
Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to go. I need to get a little bit of rest today. What's left of today.
Okay, you have yourself a good night.
All right, you too. Everybody in the chat, bye. Have a good night. Much love and stay safe.
Let me see if I can get any flow going here. I'm starting to get bogged out. Have a good night, Pistol. Oh, Callie. Oh, yeah. Okay, Robbie, I'm going to watch for a Boogeyman channel to come up on my thing. But, yeah. I'm going to see if I can talk for a little bit. I know I'm getting a little bit low on energy. I want to go watch this last fight. Oh, yeah, Cappy, cool. Nice to see you tonight. Or this morning. That'll be 2, 3, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon in South Africa. Ooh, Kelvin Gastelum's fighting. Huh. I don't know why any of my stuff's not clicking up. Yeah. Oh, shoot, I see it now. Oh, 6:49 a.m. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because it's... I see. That was... Oh. Australia, it's like 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, yeah. Where'd you go, Tacoma? Are you hanging out there, bro? I need some talking points. This guy's getting bogged out. I'm gonna do some great meditation later. I'm at 2 minutes to 12. Yeah, I'll stop this at 3 minutes and 33. I hear you there, Cappy. I'm gonna try to save my soul. Who will save your soul? I can only save mine and help lead others to save theirs. Look at that, 333. Oh, I was gonna stop it at all threes, but I'll stop it at midnight. And I'll go watch this last couple fights of the night. But I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. It's nothing any better than that. I know it gets pretty late now. Or very early in other places. Yeah, yeah. No takers. Well, I'm gonna go check out the Boogeyman channel. I don't know if you're there, Tacone, but I'll catch you tomorrow. I still got Monday off too. Thank you everybody who's still sticking around. I'm off for the night as we start Sunday. Lots of love. I will see you soon.